Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Rod J. Back in the house. What's up, y'all? We are back finally. Myself, Todd in the house. What's going on, my man? Happy to see you again, as always.
I know. As I was telling you before, it feels like it's been forever.
It does feel like it. It's been 4 weeks since we've had a.
Well, I guess it has with you move.
Yeah, it's been that long, and now I'm back in the natty, and the natty that has me, and feels good. It feels like old Slipper being back in the area. You know, like you got them broken in, you're back, you know everything, you're just comfortable, right? So
yeah. Kind of feel like you're where you should be, right?
Right. Although we are on Ohio this time, on the Ohio side versus the Kentucky side where we were previously, and gives me a different appreciation for the area because I didn't realize how cool it was actually over here in Oakley. Now, I've been to Oakley many times because Mad Tree is over here.
Oh, yeah.
But where we're actually staying, there's so much stuff around us. It's kind of like, might want to just stay in this area when we find a house, right? Like, it might be a nice little area to just stay in.
That is a pretty cool little area. I remember going through there when we went to Mad Tree.
Yeah. Now, Kentucky was cool because you've been in the house we had in Kentucky and stuff, and it's just it was more spread out. I think they got more things down there now than what they had when we lived there when we left 3 years ago. I think they put like in, I was told, a Chipotle and some other stuff, but it's still a little bit rural. Not that it's not even rural, it's kind of in the country a little bit. It's got a little country but a small town appeal. It's kind of a interesting type mix. But this here, it's just like everything it's so quiet though. That's the thing. Like compared to Baltimore, like you don't have the police cars anymore. There's no police cars. There's no sirens. You know, there's no ambulance going down the road. There's no fire engine right now. So she even said like it's just so quiet, getting used to again.
How far are you from where your old house is or was?
Well, we're north of downtown, about 15 minutes, so probably about half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Depending, because they got the bridges jacked up. That hasn't changed by Cincinnati. There's always bridges jacked up in this area for whatever reason.
For a semi-small city, they got the most bridges per capita, I think, of anybody in the U.S.
Yeah, they still trying to fix the damn Brent Spence. I don't know why they can't get that done. And then apparently the one that went from Fort Thomas to Cincinnati, someone tried to set it on fire. Like, what the hell? Like, so one side of the coming into Kentucky side, I think is open, but going to Ohio side might be closed. And they're trying to, it's just like crazy stuff that happens, right?
I know we made our trip to Jungle Gyms months ago. It's like we went in one way and we come back on a different. I was like, I'm not even sure I've been across this bridge. I'm like, where are we at?
Well, you should have came on the one across 275, hopefully, which is actually a good way to go.
We might have. When we left and I looked, I was like, oh, well, there's a city down the river. You know, you can see it kind of off.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it was. That was 275 then, because it's like an open in there, like between on like a bridge where you're doing an overpass type thing between because Fidelity sits up on that hill that you guys passed when you went that way. So
I don't, and it may have, and I just didn't pay attention, but I don't think it took us that way going into town.
Yeah. Depending it's funny with GPS, if you make one little different turn, it reroutes your whole thing. So. Yeah.
Because I think when he's coming 75 or whatever, it took us right across the downtown bridge or whatever. Not the see-through one, but the ones, to the left of that even.
Yeah. And shout out to the people in the chat. Oh, shoot. The Rodfather back in the house. What is going on, my friend? Great to see you. And you all know the Rodfather. Check him out. One of my WVU alums as well. I think you're still doing the fishing thing for the most part, which always looks relaxing when you're out there doing some fishing. So he's down in Florida, or Florida as the kids call it. And great guy. So great to see you, homie. Great to have you on board. It's still here, still kicking it. It's definitely just feels a little different not being here for a bit. So nice to be back though. And live in effect. And we got Shane in the house. Cheers, guys. Cheers to Shane. What is going on, my friend? Great to see you as well. Happy Thursday to you. And then if you want to try to pop up, Shane, I can drop you a thing there too. And then all four recorded. Oh, you're talking about the poll. We're going to talk about the poll here in a second. So I got to bring that up as well. I had to come up with 4 I knew good ones.
have to
But
look
I know I left
Yeah.
some off, but it was just like I can only do 4 choices, and I'm like, let's make this as tough as we can make for people. So they're all classics in my book. Shane says hi to Vanessa. Happy holidays. Yes, yes. And there you go. Shout out to the Rod Father channel. Thank you, Vanessa, for coming through on that. Appreciate you. You can check out the Rod Father there. If you like fishing, he's always doing it. He catches some pretty good ones out there too. And nope, Merry Christmas. Don't make me fight you, LOL. Shane's going with the anti-happy holidays.
I agree, Shane. I agree. Merry Christmas. The hell with
But
you.
Shane, what about Festivus for the rest of us, my friend? You gotta have little Festivus out there too, you know. Go ahead and bring in the metal pole. I'm all about some feats of strength right now. This is a little shade. And I like fishing. So yeah, check out the Rod Father, Vanessa, because I think you'll like the stuff he does there. Real cool cat, funny guy. Again, he's an alum. He's with me, WVU. So you know, he'll be a cool guy to actually check out some of his stuff on there for sure. So over on the poll tonight, if you haven't seen it yet, you haven't seen my new layout, Todd. So I got the monitor here. I got a screen here. I literally got 2 mouses here because I work at 2 different screens right now. So the one thing about the move here gave me an idea on how I want to set up some other stuff. And I'm kind of digging it. All I need is some more monitors. I'm like, got stuff over here, all like the Minority Report right now. So I'm happy.
Like NASA.
Yeah.
Monitors all around.
Oh, if I was NASA, I'd be getting those drones. I tell you that. Like, I'd be shooting them down like Space Invaders back in the day.
I'm sitting the other end of our basement, not at the bar, because I told her, I was like, hey, we need to get some better seats because it's hard on my ass sitting there for a couple hours straight, just trying to, you know.
So the poll is best Christmas cartoon or animation of the 4 that I have listed there. Now, there were more out there, and if you have a favorite that you may not see on there, feel free to drop it in the comments. Let me know. But I can only go with 4 options. One option is, come on, it's a Charlie Brown Christmas. You got to have Charlie Brown on the list. You got to have Charlie Brown. I'm not Lucy. I'm not pulling the football. Second one, Frosty the Snowman. We all know Frosty. We all know the song. We all know how it goes. Third, we got The Grinch That Stole Christmas. So you got to have a little Dr. Seuss in the house. And then fourth, a classic for sure because he's Mr. Heat Miser, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You got to have Rudolph in the house. Also in the house, we got my homeboy Dave from Beer in Front. Cheers and welcome, my friend. Great to have you on board here.
Man, forget Charlie Brown. That show is depressing. Fuck that. I didn't even like that as a kid. I hate that show.
That tree, it was all about that tree that he brought, and they gave it the love to spruce it up. I wonder what was a spruce tree, but when they got there, it was like this twig of a tree, and they just kept giving it love, and they were like, "You know what? Don't worry about Charlie Brown. We got you. We got your back." And they still had a good Christmas around it. So,
how's my audio? Because I'm using the new earbuds. Is the audio okay? Do you need me to go back to the regular mic?
No, I can hear you coming through all right there. I think you're good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here, and I'm going back to see the comments. JT's in the house. Cheers, JT. Happy solstice. So we had the happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Now we got the happy solstice. All kinds of things taking place. Friends who are Muslim, Buddhist, etc. So happy holiday works. Yeah, all inclusive. Include them all, right? Hello to JT and needing Shane's height. What? How tall is Shane? Shane's about, let's say 5'8", 5'7".
4'4", I think. If I remember.
He's a little fella, but he's powerful. No,
I think he was taller than Shane, and she's 5'3", so you know.
Shannon was taller than Shane?
No, I think he was a little tall. Yeah. No,
oh, okay. She don't go in the basketball court that we had there. Cheers, Shade of Vanessa. Santa Claus is coming to town, Cody. Yes, that's another one. Santa Claus is coming down. Couldn't make the list because I can only afford, but that could be a nice one there. Also, there was 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Went all through the house. Nothing was there. Not even a mouse. I mean, we all learned that as a kid too, so that could have been up there as well. Cheers, Dave from Shane as well. Hey, JT. Yeah, what's up, Bart? Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. Hope you are doing well. 5'6", but thanks. So I was close. I was close there.
I knew
Shane is 10. 10-7. That would be a one tall dude there. I think that would be a short lifespan if you were 10-7, by the way.
Right, no kidding.
Oh, well, thanks, JT. Yeah. So if you missed a poll out there, make sure to vote on of those four. What is your favorite animated Christmas series? Charlie Brown, Frosty the Snowman, Grinch That Stole Christmas, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Now, these are all the originals. I'm not talking any remakes. These are the old cartoon or claymation or whatever they did back in the day. Right now, we have Charlie Brown Christmas leading the pack at 40%. So if you didn't vote, you got to vote.
Let me go log on. Let me get off of this and log on to YouTube. Cast my vote.
If you don't vote, it don't count. So you got to vote. So we got Charlie Brown leading the way. And then we got a three-way tie between the other three right now, 40, 20, 20, and 20. So there you go.
Dang.
Yeah. But I always like to sit back. Do you still watch any of the old cartoons when they come on, like around the holidays? Do you like flip on any when they're on, or you get hooked into it?
I do. If I'm watching TV and they happen to be on, I'll flip on and watch it.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
Nah, it's been a while. Wait, hold on. I'm voting for Rudolph here. I gotta get Rudolph some love. Stand by 1 second. All right.
Got to get some red-nosed reindeer love out there.
Every now and then, we'll put on like It's a Wonderful Life or something like that, like the holiday movie. But it's been a while since I've done the cartoons.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been a while. I think the last one I did actually see part of was last year, was Rudolph, because I happened to be flipping through it. And it was at the time when Mrs. Claus was visiting Heat Miser's brother. That was it. Was it Jack Frost? What was the one that was doing it cold? Was it Jack Frost?
Yeah. Yes, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get him to convince Heat Miser, and they were like, "Why would I want to go talk to them?" So I kind of getting hooked in and watching some of it then. But just a classic cartoon or animated thing from the youth back in the day.
Of course, last night I was flipping channels, and then lo and behold, National Lampoon's Vacation was on. Christmas Vacation was on.
Yeah,
so
that's been on like crazy. Yeah.
I started watching. I was like, oh God, here we go. Every time didn't matter. Noon tonight, which I'm glad we're doing the show. I think Elf is on tonight on the same channel. I was like, well, I'd get sucked into that one too. So
yeah,
it's funny. It was last night or night before I was flipping through, and Christmas Vacation was on, and it was at the part when Clark pulls the turkey out of the stove. The turkey looks all pristine, everything. Then he goes to the plug and she starts crying, like, "Oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. Just a little dry." And they're all sitting there picking their teeth. Oh, classic movie right there. We got to talk about the Christmas movies tonight too. Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie. Lots of dead bodies. You know what I'll say about Die Hard? People always talk about Die Hard as a Christmas movie, which I agree that it is. But nobody ever talks about Die Hard 2 being a Christmas movie. That was actually on the other day too, watching that. And literally the credits are rolling and they're doing a Christmas song in the credits.
I was going to say it's probably more so a Christmas movie than the original, I think.
Yeah, it is still, but everybody skips over. I don't know, maybe the people that didn't like Die Hard 2 as much as Die Hard, they kind of skip over. But I'm like, that's a Christmas movie as well. But it kind of gets downplayed, I think, because Die Hard is already in the category.
Was it one of the Lethal Weapon movies, like
the first
towards like the Christmas time?
First one was at Christmas. Yeah, first one was Christmas as well. So, but people are like, "Well, that's not a Christmas movie." I'm like, "Why? Why? It's still a Christmas."
Yeah.
Martin Riggs is going through the losing of his spouse. He's trying to deal with it, and so it's all got Christmas tones and stuff through it.
So you'd have to throw Gremlins in on that also.
Oh, Gremlins is definitely a Christmas movie. I mean, it's Gremlins a
really
Christmas gift.
Yeah, nobody really brings that up either, though.
That's because we're old now, Todd. That's why.
Well, I know, but I mean, as far as like the debate of whether it is or not. I mean, that was at Christmas time, so.
Yeah, that was definitely a Christmas movie that I don't know if a lot of the younger people actually know it as much to really talk about it. Maybe I don't know. I feel like it gets overshadowed in the Hollywood playback of the Christmas stuff. You rarely see Gremlins put on there. Another one was Small Soldiers. Where they were like the little army men and Tommy Lee Jones is the lead person. That was a Christmas one too. They were Christmas. So it's like there's some Christmas movies that kind of get maybe kicked to the side. And then there's also that genre, what I consider like some of the, I guess there's bad said, I think like an adult Christmas movie, but there's some that are out there too. Like I think like Bad Santa or like The Ref. The Ref is one of my favorite Christmas movies with Dennis Leary. That one is hilarious all the way through. But yeah, and then there's like the goofball type Christmas thing, like the Santa Claus or Jingle All the Way type things. They're just like nice Christmas, I would say goofy type movie, but they're just kind of silliness that takes place too. So John Wick as a holiday series. I don't think it happens at Christmas with John Wick, though. Am I wrong?
What I was going to say, I don't remember it being like holiday Christmas type.
I mean, there is a scene in the snow, I think, at one point, but I don't think it was around Christmas time.
I mean, I don't remember watching it and thinking anything of Christmas when I was watching.
Yeah. He gives out a lot of presents, though.
Yeah, he does that.
Frosty the Snowman was intentionally secular, no reference to Christmas or religion. Man, yeah. When you saw Frosty the Snowman the first time as a kid and he melted, did you shed a tear?
It was kind of heartbreaking.
It was kind of heartbreaking, right? It's like Bambi. It's like Bambi getting shot, like Bambi's mom getting shot a little bit. Like, wasn't expecting that. Like, what are you trying to do to me? I'm a kid over here trying to watch a cartoon.
Christmas is supposed to be nice and fun, and not, depressing.
Trying to scoop up his hat and the carrot nose and the button eyes, and it's just like, yeah.
Never really thought about that. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the shit they did to us as Gen X kids. They would just do that shit to us. They wouldn't do it nowadays because kids would be traumatized and they'd be in therapy for like 2 months. With us, they didn't care. They would throw it away. Yeah. They knew we could handle it. So
now I'm going to have to watch it again. It's going to be, I think the last time I was on, we were talking about Brian's song. Now I'm going to have to watch Frosty. Yeah.
I mean, as a kid watching it the first time, it does hit you a little bit. Like how they melted them down like that in the glass house there. It still sticks with me. I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's still sticking in my head. So I'm telling you, it had a spot there.
You're right. Yeah. I mean,
all the Die Hard Christmas movies? Yeah. Well, not all of them, right? Because Die Hard with a Vengeance, I don't think that was, or Die Harder, because they were overseas. Unless they were trying to get back for holidays. I had to go back and watch those. But after a point, it's like sequels become a bad copy, like Multiplicity, right? Yeah. The more you go down the line, the more it's going to fall apart. Which isn't a Christmas movie, but a great movie. One of Michael Keaton's best movies, I think, is Multiplicity. Hey, guys, what is going on? There's The Ref. That's literally my favorite Christmas. Yeah, that's an awesome movie. If you haven't seen The Ref, it's Dennis Leary. It's Kevin Spacey. It's his wife is, I can't remember, I'm trying to think of her name. She's a real big actress. The look up on here.
On which one were you talking? Which one are you talking about?
The Ref.
Oh.
She's a big actress. Lloyd. Let me see. I'm going through here.
Judy Davis.
Johns. Trying to see the cast of it.
Judy Davis.
Maybe I was thinking of somebody. Yeah, I think that is her, but I thought it was somebody else that did it wrong. Yes, but yeah. Christine Baranski's in it.
That was my next one. I was gonna say maybe.
Yeah. No, I think it is Judy Davis, but she's done a lot of stuff though too. But it's actually a pretty funny movie all the way through. And if you haven't seen it, the synopsis is, I don't want to ruin it for you, but basically it's just he's reffing these couple that are pretty much looking to maybe call it quits and stuff. And it's around Christmas time and all those things. You have to see the whole thing, but it plays out pretty good in the movie. He's just like stumbles into the wrong house, essentially. Shane says, hi, Liz. Let me do something here real quick. Bear with me. As he used to say on Saturday Night Live, talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Gingerbread cookies for Christmas. Go.
You mentioned Home Alone.
I did not mention Home Alone. That was a big Christmas movie, of course, obviously. I was never as huge into the Home Alone movies though, but
I like the first one. After that, they were pretty much downhill pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that was biggest. Macaulay. What's the dude's first name? Macaulay Culkin's like biggest movie I think that he ever did, right? I don't think he did anything bigger than Home Alone.
No, not bigger than that for sure. He had another one that was pretty good. It was like a dark, kind of a dark.
Yeah, like My Girl, I think, or whatever it was called. That was pretty dark. They did have like the girl was in that or something like that. And
what
was it called? My Girl?
Oh no, he had another one. I think he was like a twin or something, and he killed his brother or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's a dark one.
But I can't remember what the name of the movie was. I'm going to look it up now because that was pretty good. If I'm not mistaken.
Everyone's sitting there on their phones going up to IMDb. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Toys. There you go. Robin Williams. That's one that was out there too. Yeah. Late great Robin Williams. The guy is such a talent. Liz says hi to Shane. Oh, who doesn't watch John Wick around the holiday? I mean, I'll watch it if it's on. Don't get me. I'm just thinking. I don't know if it was a holiday themed movie, but that's the gift that keeps on giving with that movie. So the poinsettia greenhouse is not a Christmas reference. Well, I think poinsettia probably is Christmas, but not a religious reference. I don't think
that movie was called The Good Son.
Oh, I think I did hear about The Good Son before.
It's
the
pretty
snowman
good.
The snowman with David Bowie is a narrator, heartbreaking but beautiful Christmas classic. Huh. What's up, Greg in the house? Daddy Porter in the house. What is going on, homie? Great, glad to see you could pop in. If y'all know Daddy Porter, make sure to check him out as well. He's actually just launched a whole new thing over on Discord, as also that the Speakeasy. You can definitely check out a lot of great stuff that he's doing there. But he said the right answer is Charlie Brown. Come on now, like Charlie Brown's back in the lead again at 40%. Grinch is now second at 27. Frosty's getting no love at 9. They're putting Frosty in the greenhouse again. You're putting him in the greenhouse again. You're melting them out there.
Melting down.
What has Frosty ever done to you? That's my question. What I'm about to do to myself, though, I need to crack open a beer because I just realized we are a beer show. I don't have a beer in front of me yet. So
a beer and what in front of you?
A beer in front. Oh, yeah. I teed it up. He knocked it out of the park. So as you all know, or most of you all know, I made the move back to Cincinnati. And although this beer is not a Cincinnati beer, it is a beer that now has a pretty good distribution, it looks like, through the area. And I had not seen this one when I was down in Maryland. But we're going to go, as they say in Ohio, to the state up north. People in Ohio have a hard time saying Michigan for whatever reason. Then again, we saw what happened in football, and I can see why they're not saying it. Because if not now, when? When, Buckeyes? When do you beat the Wolverines again? I don't know if it's going to happen. I just don't know. Right? We're going to roll with not just the Boss Tweed. Ooh. We're going with the double dry hop Boss Tweed. So this is one. I actually went to Michigan last week. And I swore to myself I wasn't going to buy any more beer because I have so much beer here, not for like months at least.
When are you going to learn to drive?
Driving back, and Todd actually put the bug in my thing ahead of time because Todd knew I was going up there. He's like, sounds like a beer run to me. Like, I'm going for work. Here I am in the car driving down the highway. Billboard side, exit 94, craft beer store.
All of a sudden, your car wouldn't
big billboard.
Yeah,
I was like, I won't be back up this way again. Let's pull in and see what they actually got in there. So I went in, grabbed a few treats. This was a 4-pack I ended up picking up while I was there. So 9.3% ABV. I didn't really have too many IPAs here at the house, so I figured, what the hell? Why not? So I grabbed the 4-pack of this. But if you never had Boss Tweed from Old Nation, definitely recommend checking them out as well. So that's what I'm cracking.
Almost picked up the original the other day, thinking the same thing. It's like I haven't had that in a while and I was like, but I didn't. I'm gonna have to do that.
Oh, it smells so good coming out too. Just on that pour out of the glass with the whiff, the aromas in the air. Yeah.
Again, that's another one of those. You're like, dang, I wish you could get those here. And then it came here, and it was like excited for about the first week, and then you had it, and you're like, okay, on to the next.
Yeah. Well, it's funny moving back now, and I think I told you this, Todd, is I've been in a few different spots since being back, and now we get other half here. So other half keeps popping up at different locations. So now we have that in our backyard, which is nice. Put that on the spinner do. There you go. Spin that around. But yeah, that's the heady, the aroma, just pure dankness on the nose. Gotta love that smell of the hops coming out. Nice piney, resiny, a little bit of a tropical note. Yeah, this is gonna be good stuff right here. So did you guys crack anything open yet? Are you drinking anything right now?
I'm doing a Sierra Nevada Celebration.
Classic.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm also doing a Sierra Nevada, but I'm doing the Narwhal.
Oh,
2014 or the 2024 version.
Oh, 2024. You aged that for 10 years.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Like, no, the 2024.
Yeah.
It'd be a little lumpy, like Eric's was that day.
yeah. 6-year-old Brooklyn IPA. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all.
No, it was 10.2. Yeah, 10.2%. I always look forward to this one when it comes out. If you guys have had it, I don't know if y'all. I'm sure you all have. But
yeah, oh yeah. But what did I just send you a thing, or I posted on the Facebook page? It was because you said you just bought that when I posted. Was it the barrel-aged s'mores narwhal or something? What was it? Was a new variant of narwhal that I had posted, and you had responded saying you had just gotten that one.
You know what? I might have been thinking it was the original.
No, well, the one I posted was something. It's not as a variant they just came out with.
I saw that news. I think it was a s'mores one.
Like a s'mores one. I'm like, okay, if I come across that, yeah.
I haven't seen that one. So I must have been thinking it was the regular.
And then, then how was the Slaughter movie with Santa killing everyone? A holiday movie? Oh, I mean, you can definitely have a killer Santa for sure. What was the one that came out last year or whatever, or the year before with
Mel Gibson?
Not Mel Gibson, but I think it was a guy. I thought it was a guy from the show with the kids or whatever, where it's like on Netflix. But it was like a killer Santa taking revenge out on people. Silence, something Santa slasher movie. Let me take a look here.
Silent Night.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. So that was like a holiday. That's a holiday movie. So you can have a slasher. I voted with you, Dad or Dave, or you JT's dad. If you voted Frosty, because I know you voted Frosty. Just because the movie is set around Christmas, I automatically make them a Christmas movie. I mean, it's got a lot of Christmas tone to it. If you're going to try to argue Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, I think you're going to lose on that one, because the whole thing with Die Hard is him coming back for the holiday thing with the family. So it is a Christmas movie.
You get there
right?
in time for it.
Yeah. Judy Davis was the wife. Okay, it was Judy. Okay. She looks different. Maybe because I look at the picture now compared to what she was back then. Home Alone, always a favorite beer drinking Christmas movie. Is there a game to go with that? Like, or is it just you're just drinking, watching Home Alone? So I feel like you could make a game every time, like Joe Pesci or the other guy, something happens to him.
I saw something the other day. It was on Joe Pesci that you mentioned him. It was like in an 18-month span, he had out Home Alone, Goodfellas, and My Cousin Vinny. I'm like, that's a trilogy right there. I mean, they're all totally different, but all three are great movies.
Yeah.
Solid run right there for sure.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Christmas in Connecticut. I don't think I've seen that one. 8-Bit Christmas is hype. I don't think I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that.
A Christmas Story, the second Christmas Story. I still haven't watched the second one. I've got to still watch. I had it queued up before, but never got around to watching it. I'm gonna watch that this year.
I'm gonna grab another beer. Be right back.
All right. But the original Christmas Story, yeah, that's definitely a nice run to have for Christmas. Yeah, The Good Son that Shane had there. That was pretty dark. Was it Donnie Darko dark, though? Donnie Darko was a dark movie. Classic with dark. What's up, Paul? PA Brew News in the house. Cheers, Paul. Great to see you, brother. And happy second 1,000 with the PA Outdoors couple hitting 1,000 now, too. So, way to go, my friend. Yes, Trading Places, Christmas movie. Yes, that's Christmas movie. As is the Apartment with Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine. That's an old school classic right there. Emerson in the house. Cheers, Emerson. What's up, gang? Drinking more 9.9 tropical beer. How much tropical beer hug did you end up getting? Because you've had that coming up a lot. You must have robbed a Goose Island somewhere. Best Christmas movie ever. Best Christmas movie, Money Train. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson as brothers. Money Train, a lot of people didn't like for whatever reason. I still found it pretty humorous. Maybe because it was coming off The White Man Can't Jump and the way they played together off of that. But I thought it was pretty funny. And J-Lo was hot for sure. Underrated flick, great pacing, tons of fun. Cheers. And I think, wasn't it their boss, what's the guy's name? I want to say, is it Joe Pantoliano? He was the same one that was the boss in Bad Boys. Was he the same police chief in Money Train? I'll have to take a look at the cast.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Maybe I'm wrong there. I'm trying to look here. Yeah, I don't see him. I'm probably wrong on that. Oh, I forgot Bill Nunn was in that movie too. He'll always be Radio Raheem now. All right. See here, and welcome. We have Shane in the house. Cheers.
Here I am. Cheers, guys.
What's up, Shane?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
I thought Money Train was entertaining, though. But yeah, that's just underrated. I think it got panned by a lot of people too, for whatever reason. But the Easter own. What you pouring there, Shane?
Oh, I got me Ellicottville salted caramel cold espresso.
Oh, very nice. Ellicottville. Are they out of Maryland?
You know what? I don't remember.
I've seen them at spots before.
Nope, they're out of New York.
New York, okay. I probably just saw them in one of the stores and just thought. I thought it was Ellicottville down there. Let me see here. The poinsettia greenhouse and frosted snowman is a Christmas reference. What plant is the most given at Christmas? I guess it is the poinsettia. But at New Year's, it's all about the mistletoe. You know what I mean? It's all about the mistletoe. So it is a cheers to Paul. Cheers, guys. Blake in the house. Merry Christmas, my friend. Your favorite ball guy, by the way. Frosty Melton, greater than John Cena. Yeah, Frosty didn't see it coming, no, either. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Paul. Cheers, Emerson and Blake. Also, Santa being a Frosty is a Christmas reference. Well, yeah. I mean,
he was in it
as Christmas. Yeah. But I had to throw it to JT. But JT's thing was religion and something else. I thought, was it Christmas that he had in that comment?
He did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, with Santa being there, it's kind of like ta-da.
Yeah, kind of automatically puts you in there.
Yeah, you don't confuse him with the Easter Bunny.
Right.
I'm at the wrong set. Miracle on 34th. Now that's a classic Christmas movie right there. The old school 1947 version. I remember watching the rerun of that as a kid when it was like back when they had the black and white type stuff. So yes, for you millennials and maybe not millennials, maybe Z's or like that before. Not everything was in color at one point. There was some black and white TV out there. And TV used to cut off at 2:00 in the morning, by the way. And they play the anthem and there'd be nothing but static until the morning.
Right? Yeah.
It was just like
kids nowadays don't know that that's all about.
Yeah, you get like the test pattern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're like, what do you mean there was no TV after 2 o'clock? They're like, no, there was no TV, man.
Yeah.
Only I can add is like, do you know where your kids are?
Yeah.
That's our generation. That's Gen X again. That's like something they ran for us because they didn't care where we were. Just like we were supposed to be home before the light came on. It was supposed to be before the light came on.
Yeah.
Didn't go by a clock or like that and everything. But Gen X would also sneak out. So it'd be like, do you know where your kids are? You might want to go check because they might not be in the house anymore.
That's right. Yeah, their bedroom window might suspiciously be open right now. So
yeah.
you have to go check that.
So I'm thinking back now. We had a lot of snitches back in the day. Why can't YouTube hold your comment until the minute is up instead of just deleting it? Does it delete the comment?
Why, what bad thing did you say, Paul? What bad thing did you say, Paul?
Yeah. Well, the controlled comments, I actually run it with the slow-mo so it doesn't get too crazy. So I know Paul has something up there and it got deleted, but it shouldn't. It's supposed to keep them up there, I think.
Paul would never post anything like that. What do you mean?
No, never. Not Paul.
I don't think Vanessa moderated your comment out because Vanessa knows you and she knows you. So she would leave it in.
You get a pass.
In the 80s, I had bright red hair and my parents would call me Miss Heat Miser. Well, there you go.
That's hilarious.
That was really a catchy tune that people can still remember that years and years and years later, you know. That and the mean one, Mr. Grinch. Santa saved Frosty after evil loser magician lost his head. Oh, yeah. That shady magician with the pencil mustache. I remember that guy. Hey, Shane, hello, Vanessa. How'd you get? I thought you had a left hand thing. I thought you get a left hand emoji up there.
That's what I thought too. I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Hey, Everson. Hi, Liz. Hey, PA. Hey, Vanessa. I'm sipping the Maplewood Silver Morning, my favorite Doppelbock. Very nice. Anyway, my daughters and I were listening to Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack while we decorate our tree tonight. Boss Tweed isn't anything special, but okay. I'm digging the Boss Tweed double dry hopped. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own pull, what they like to have. So, you know.
But you got to think, too, right? It's not drinking it at 400 degrees. So
that's true. It's not boiling right now, Paul. That's true. That's true.
I had to crack open probably my favorite holiday one from Great Lakes, the Christmas Ale. That's always good.
Oh, I got something always on my that favorite. Coming up. Something on that coming up here in a little bit.
Is that the Christmas ale from the Great Lakes in Ohio?
Yes.
Oh, so not the good one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to go grab the Christmas ale from our Great Lakes, Dave. I'll send you down one.
All right, sounds good. That'll work for me. Did you ever have?
It won't be the good one after Trump has his way. You'll be the 51st state here. So
yeah.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that crap.
Yeah.
You'll be our name. We don't even need our passports anymore. We just go right to states.
Yeah,
that's right. Just walk across the border. There you go.
Did you ever have the barrel-aged Christmas one from the Ohio Great Lakes? Because that was really good. That came out last year. That was really good.
No, I don't believe so. I've only had maybe 4, maybe 5 from Great Lakes in Ohio.
There it is.
Since you guys are going to keep talking about it, that was going to be my next beer there.
Might as well. If you got it handy, right?
It's on deck.
Yeah. Is that this year's, Rod?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. So I'll have to go look. I'll have to go check it out and see if I can find it. I had that last year. It was really good.
Yeah, I didn't get it last year when it was out. I kept going by it, and then being back in Ohio now, it felt like I needed to have it. So
yeah.
And it's right there. Our local Kroger. Our Kroger has like not say everything, but it has a good amount of good craft beer, which is different than in the Kentucky. Kentucky, we have some craft beer, but this one's got a decent amount. And I think I put a picture out there on the community tab where they got like the tap set up there as well, so you could drink there and enjoy beers. And
oh yeah, I saw you made that post. Good. Jungle Gyms welcome you back. Big sign out front. Welcome back, Rod J.
I haven't been over there yet. I'm afraid to go step into that place again and see what they got over there. So,
well, Rod, you know that's what's going to happen if you ever come back to Niagara Falls, right? I'm gonna have a big sign that says, "Hey, welcome back, Rod J. The legend has returned."
And it'll be, today is Rod J Day forever. Moving forward.
That's right. It'd be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, you guys are the 51st state. You'll be like right there for me. So
Well,
There you go. There you go. Would that make me a American or an Marinadian?
You know, there you go.
I like a Marinadian. A Marinadian, I think I like better. A Marinadian.
That's got more of a ring to it for sure.
That's right. Yeah, a Marinadian.
I would definitely give Pirate Rum a try. I do like some of their stuff. Pirate. The worst Christmas movie all time, Santa with Muscles. Thanks, Hulk Hogan. Did Hulk Hogan do a Christmas movie as Santa?
I don't remember.
I don't remember seeing that one either.
Yeah. I mean, he may have, but
that would be bad. That's for sure.
Yeah. Violent Night. That's another one. Watch John Wick once just after that. But Violent Night's another Santa slasher. Thrasher. Oh, Blake. Hi, Blake. Hey, Vanessa. Throw Mama from the Train is funny. But that's not a Christmas movie, is it? I haven't seen that in a number of years.
Yeah. I don't think
Billy
I've seen
Crystal.
that since the theater.
I was gonna say, I think it is. I don't know. Who knows these days?
What's up, Pat? Better Off Dead. I want like $2.
Well, here's a question. You guys are talking about all these movies that are supposedly Christmas movies, which half of them aren't. So would that make Gremlins a Christmas movie too?
It definitely is a Christmas movie. Gremlins a Christmas
Okay.
present.
Well, how about this then? How about this then? Based on that, E.T. is a Halloween movie.
No, he wasn't a Halloween gift. Gremlins
No,
was a
but
gift.
he
Gremlins
went out. Yeah, but he went out on Halloween and even dressed up. So that makes E.T. a Halloween movie.
And he fell in love with Reese's. I know, but it wasn't a Halloween movie. It's not the same
But
thing.
it takes place on Halloween.
That's like the argument with. I'll give you that argument like Lethal Weapon. If Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie or not, you can make the argument. Well, they were just doing stuff at Christmas. Although I would say it's a Christmas movie because of some of the underlying tones that took place in the first Lethal Weapon. I mean, he literally was like dealing with his wife being dead and struggling trying to get through it for the holiday season when he got teamed up with Murtaugh. He's busting people at a place where they're selling Christmas trees. They're actually having to fight out there in the house in front of Danny Glover's house, Murtaugh, at Christmas when you see all the Christmas stuff and the lights and it's like.
So you're saying Lethal Weapon is not a Christmas movie?
I think
because if Lethal Weapon's not a Christmas movie, Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie either.
No, because Die Hard is all about him getting home for Christmas.
That's true, but Bruce Willis himself has admitted that it is not a Christmas movie.
Well, he's wrong.
I can't remember what award show it was. He was on an award show, and Bruce Willis said, "No, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie."
He's there trying to get back with his wife just around at Christmas. I mean, I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? So how you look at it and stuff.
Right.
But to me, I would say it is. I would say Lethal Weapon, I can see it as being a Christmas movie, and I can see it as not being a Christmas movie. I can see both sides of that argument. Die Hard, to me, definitely fits into being a Christmas. Gremlins, no question whatsoever. Like I said, Small Soldiers, they were Christmas gifts being given, and basically the dolls came to life, but it was still a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen that in years. I'm gonna have to go and look that one back up again. Yeah. I think I remember enjoying that one.
It was an enjoyable one for sure.
Same here. Same thing you said. I was like, man, I need to watch it again also.
Yeah, because it's been years since I've seen that. Because that's God, yeah, that's been it for a long time.
Robert Blake, he killed his wife. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know what to go with that. Whatever. I mean, yeah.
Is that a Christmas movie too? I don't know.
As Jay in the house, welcome, my friend. Hey, first time I think here, so great to have you on for the live stream. And he said the Grinch for show. So we got the Grinch. Let's go back and take a look at the poll right now. You know what? Charlie Brown is still winning right now. Charlie Brown.
How is Charlie Brown still winning?
Charlie Brown Christmas 30%. Frosty the Snowman, a little bit of a bump up to 14. Although the Grinch is in second now with 29, and Rudolph 21. Rudolph is starting to fall down a little bit there. I mean,
God, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing.
You still got time
I'll just shut up now.
Still got time to vote. If you haven't voted on the poll, make sure you vote out there. It's getting a little close. But Charlie Brown is still winning. Just think about that. No one's ever said that about Charlie Brown, that he's winning. And he's winning here.
That's like, I'm not worried. Lucy's going to pull that football away, and he's going to lose, and Frosty's going to take the lead. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Vanessa was living in New York City when Gimbel's closed in. Gimbel's, if you don't know, was an old department store, Miracle on 34th Street. That's where the Santa and everything was. Probably me and Vanessa, only two people that remember Gimbel's as a department store. Yeah. They were big in the Northeast. So the last Woolworths closed then too. Yeah, I remember Woolworths.
Wow,
I was like, brother, where art thou? Then when George Clooney gets done, he's like, stay out of the Woolworths.
I just sent you three guys on the private chat. It's like a 15-year-old article on the Charlie Brown Christmas, but it like cracks me up.
Oh, okay. National anthem, then white noise. That's what happened at 2 a.m. back in the day when the TV cut off.
What? At 2 a.m. you're trying to get some bootleg Showtime at 2 a.m. trying to go through the squiggly lines.
That's right. Yeah. You get a nice clear shot every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every guy that was a boy back then, that's a Gen Xer now, knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, trying to get that in, trying to see a titty. Like, oh yes,
I think I got it.
The old cable box we had when I was a little kid had a little dial on it, and you could kind of like try to zone it in a little bit. And every now and again, you get a nice little picture on there, like, oh whoa, oh, you went too far. Damn it.
Oh yes,
and
the good old days.
Yeah. He never gets a picture anyway. It was always the youngest one before, so that's usually my role a lot of the times.
Yeah. Go to school that Monday morning. Why you look so tired? I was trying to watch Lady Chatterley last night.
Yeah.
And I like that you laugh because you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
Vanessa says she would not moderate Paul. I don't think anybody could ever moderate Paul, actually. We all tried at one point. Yeah. I shared one with Todd a few weeks ago. Okay. And hey, as Jay, John Wick says, series movies as a drinking game. Yeah. But what would the key thing to be in a John Wick? I mean, because you can't say like every time you shoot somebody, because you would be out in like the first 20 minutes. So it had to be something of a good drinking game to get you through the whole movie, right? Like, and he doesn't have a lot of lines usually, so it can't be a key word he probably usually says or something. So it could be a little bit hard to come up with one there.
I'm trying to think.
Critters and Gremlins are Christmas movies. There's Critters. I forgot about Critters.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Critters as well.
Yes, it is a Halloween movie then. So I had
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody who understands my logic.
There's only one Halloween movie that's called Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put it in the Halloween category myself.
Bruce Willis doesn't get to decide, right? He doesn't get to decide.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the movie, for God's sakes. I mean, you should have some say.
He just had to read the lines. That's all you had to do. Shout out to him, too. I mean, kind of tough. I was watching, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, Bruce Willis on some of the stuff, like, they've been showing him where he's going through the stuff now and everything. And it's just, like, to see him going through that and to seeing, like, some of the old Bruce Willis, like, I mean, it's tough. It's like, yeah. Exactly. The audience defines what art means to them. It's all about the audience. It's like the Joe Dirt. It's not about you, it's about the spark. It's about me as a consumer.
Joe, now there was a good movie. Joe Dirt.
He only sold sparklers because that's all he liked. It wasn't about him.
That's right.
So
sparklers and black cats, right? I think what you saw. Sparklers and black cats.
No, Dipsy
or black snakes, not black cats. Black snakes. Black,
Dr. Seuss lived just north of me, huh?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about Chitty Chitty Bang. I remember reading that as a book too back in the day. Yeah. Vanessa's going deep tonight. Good little shakes at the Woolworths counter. They said like those soda jerks that they used to be the people that used to serve those stuff back then. Late night TV test patterns. Yeah. This is what we do, Ashley, every Thursday night.
Yeah.
Come here, crack chat jokes, drink beer, talk beer, and have fun. LOL. Self porn TV, Kate night, late night.
Yeah. Could be port. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
Only if you can see through the lines. In 1982, the cable company put in lines and a base barracks day rooms. Took speaker, wrapped it around the main line, and attached to the TV with work to view channels. Really? That's
that would have been great information 30 years ago while I was watching squiggly lines on TV. But thanks. Jesus.
Saying it's like that'd been great 30 years ago.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, damn, where was that knowledge at back then?
See your parents just watching you carry speaker through the house. What are you doing? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to some music. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some more cable around here.
Yeah.
I don't got enough to wrap it around the speaker right now.
Now, can you drive me to Radio Shack? It's 2:00 in the morning. Oh,
Yeah. And I need new socks. And I need new socks.
yeah.
Oh dear Lord. God, I love your live streams, Rod. You have the best live streams ever. I swear to God, sir. You're the best.
It's just what pops in the head at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace to Bruce for sure.
Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just like I was watching. I think it was Armageddon a few weeks ago, and just seeing him like even in that role, it's just like seeing him like how he was doing the acting, and just knowing like he can't even remember or even talk or do stuff like that now, and it's just like it's crazy.
It's sad.
Oh, Jesse, that line was a typo. Typomatic heaven. I apologize. Don't worry about that. Vanessa, we all have typos here.
we got through it. We got through it, Vanessa. We're good.
Oh, I didn't know Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was done by Ian Fleming. Okay. And best part of the cable yak was that the cable company came on base. We all just pulled out the lines off the main line. Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like if you were stealing the cable from the neighbor back in the day, people were right outside. They saw the cable van coming down the street.
Yeah, right.
Just a little Porter, a little Vanessa. So yeah, you haven't checked out Greg and Daddy Porter stuff. Check him out. And if you're on Discord, hit me up and I'll get you hooked up with him as well. They got a lot of great stuff happening on Discord there. And James Bond movies are a fun group of movies to watch this time of year, though. I've never been a huge James Bond person. I think the only one I've really watched all the way through, like I remember watching like Moonraker going through because I was like a kid and I liked that dude that played Jaws or whatever, like that big dude.
Yeah.
And then I remember a couple of the Sean Connery ones when he was James Bond, but I never really got into it. Like people talk about how good Daniel Craig is as Bond, and I never got down and watched him at all. So
I never really watched them.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of them. I mean, they're okay. They're decent for what they are, but I've only watched just a handful of them myself too.
Same area.
That's what they used to call it back in the day, Skinemax.
Yeah.
All the Max stuff, they Cinemax and with the HBO Max, then they're just Max. And they're going to drop the Max, so everybody knows it. Like, I watched the Bond films with my dad, so they're close to the heart for me. Yeah. It's nice when you get ties, like different things to stuff like that for sure. Star Trek is too. Star Trek is, classic show back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My wife, she's always been big into Doctor Who. And I don't know if she watched it last year, but she's always watched the Doctor Who Christmas specials because each year they'd have a Christmas episode. So I think she kind of fell out of it now, but she watched a lot longer. I stopped watching it like back in the late 70s, 80s, I think. And she's watched it all much for about maybe up to the last 10 years ago. So longest running show anywhere, I think, on TV still.
Oh yeah.
That's a show I got to get into watching that more. I've seen a bunch of episodes of it, but I really got to start going back and going through.
It's very well written.
Yeah, you're right. It's well written. Like I remember watching it as a kid, and then I've watched a couple of the more modern ones, especially the Weeping Angels episodes. You guys have not watched the Weeping Angels?
I've seen Weeping Angel. I've seen that one too because she was watching that time, and I started watching
a few
of those with her. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a good little series they did with those.
Yeah. I think it's like every is it like every 5 or 6 episodes they have the derelicts will show up or something too. They have like a pattern how they do that. But Star Trek with my mom too, Vanessa. Yeah, Star Trek was such ahead of its time when that actually came out, you know, because it dealt with so many different issues. But it's weird to see that it ended up getting canceled after those couple seasons. And then now how relevant it is. But it was just like when you actually watch Star Trek and you put everything together, it was really reflecting a lot on society and everything. So definitely.
It was brilliant. The way he kind of, because Gene Roddenberry kind of pushed the boundaries back in the day with the original Star Trek, right? Like he was talking about stuff people didn't talk about. They actually had Star Trek actually had the very first interracial kiss that was ever televised on TV between Captain Kirk and Uhura. So I mean, he really pushed boundaries on a lot of social stuff. So, but people didn't like that at the time. They're like, "Oh, I can't watch this." Like, grow up.
Yeah,
you know.
That was definitely ahead of it. Wait, it does not even start like with all the other stuff he had done too, the science fiction. Right? That's why I always like reading like science fiction type stuff growing up because it always pushed the boundaries more than some of the other stuff.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Of course, nowadays, which is weird because back then we read about stuff to not ban things. In some states now we do ban some books, which is a whole different topic.
and what do you do? What do you do when your state bans a book? You immediately go out and buy that book and figure out what the hell it is they're trying to hide from you. Why are they trying to hide that from you?
You're right.
Yeah.
The first thing you should do, go and buy that book.
I built every Star Trek model up to the Star Trek Next Generation. Oh, wow. That's
nice.
Dedication right there. Yeah. I actually had a Deep Space Nine model that I tried to put together, and I never finished because after a point I was like, the hell, this is way too much stuff to do on here. So Deep Space Nine was pretty huge to actually build as a model. Connery Bond films were coming on TV when I was a kid, so it was a nostalgia trip for me. That's like me and Bruce Lee. Game of Death or whatever that pops on, I'm watching. That's like taking me back in the day, watching the Bruce Lee flicks. Time Tunnel, List in Space when they came out. Drinking a Samuel Smith's Winter Ale. I've not had a Sam Smith's Winter Ale probably
years.
Yeah, I would say it's probably been a good 7 or 8 years, I think, since the last time I've had one. It's a good beer out of England. It's very tasty. So that's the one with the purple label and everything. So I would definitely recommend that. What are your guys' thoughts on winter warmers? So you guys fans of winter warmers?
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
Yeah, I mean, I like them better than Oktoberfest stuff, but
yeah,
me personally,
I was listening to one of the other podcasts, and like some people were talking about they weren't as huge of a fan of it because of the spice feel and all kind of stuff. So I was just kind of curious, but
I mean, they have their place. I mean, yeah, it's a certain period of time throughout the year you could have them. You're not going to have them any other time where, like an Oktoberfest. I mean, you can get those things in July now when you're.
Well, I was going to say.
At
least the Christmas sales aren't coming out as early as the Oktoberfest stuff is.
Yeah.
At least it's
season-ish. I mean, Great Lakes has their Christmas in July when they do bring it out in July.
Well,
but you got to be in the brewery to get that one. But it comes out like a month or two later. Yeah.
But for the most part, though, most of them are.
Yeah, I feel like Mad Elf got out earlier this year. I felt like that was out maybe a little more early than I thought, but maybe not. I think it came out like September, towards the end of September. So I don't know.
That's a good beer too.
Yeah. Have you had the Grand Cru version as well?
No, and I probably will not try the Grand Cru version.
Why?
I don't like Grand Cru. I've only had literally maybe 2 Grand Crus, and I hated both of them.
But this might be the one that wins you over. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. I'll try it. Don't get me wrong. I'll try it.
It's beer.
I probably won't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like it.
I think with the Grand Cru, they also use a different type of cherry as well, I believe. But it's solid. Let me see here. Lost in Space. Dad will watch the Combat TVs. I don't remember the Combat series.
Yes. I remember that, Vanessa.
What's the Combat?
My dad used to watch that too.
Yeah,
what is it? Do you remember? Like, you remember who was in it or anything? Somebody says Combat, I think of Atari 2600.
It's old.
Yeah,
it's older than that. Older than the Atari 2600.
With the tanks and the planes,
This was in July. Yeah, Hallmark movie. Fixed 2 times a year, July, October. Mad Elf was okay. Oh, just okay. Daddy Porter actually had a special when they did a Mad Elf special talking about that. So not a big fan of Grand Cru here either. Okay.
Yeah, cheers to you, buddy.
Why are you gonna have the Grand Cru hate right now?
I don't know. And again, I've made 2, maybe 3 at most. And the ones that I've tried, I haven't liked. So, I mean, maybe there's some good ones out there, and I just got a couple bad ones. Who knows?
I think you're the only one that mentioned 8-Bit Christmas. I'm not familiar with 8-Bit Christmas.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I haven't had it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You got me intrigued now, though.
I know. That's kind of what I was thinking.
8-Bit Christmas, Steve Zahn, June Diane Raphael, Neil Patrick Harris, Jacob Level, Winslow Fegley. I think I haven't seen this because it looks like it's a lot of young kids in here. That's probably why I haven't watched it.
I'll say, how old is it? How long ago was it?
Let me see here. 2021.
Oh, so okay.
In 1980 Chicago. Hey, Dave, Chicago. In 1980 Chicago, a 10-year-old sets out on a quest to get the Christmas gift of his generation, the latest and greatest video game system. Well,
The Atari 2600?
I thought you were talking about a beer, 8-Bit Christmas beer. What's that? I haven't seen that.
Well, I'm thinking, what would it be in 1980s? Was it a Sega? That was in the 80s. And that came out.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
No, I don't think Sega. That didn't come out till the 90s. I don't think.
I was gonna say
the Genesis.
The
Genesis. I don't.
Was even later.
No,
I had Joe Montana's Talking Football when I was in college, and I thought that was in the late 80s.
It could have been NES, or you remember back in the early 80s. Early 80s, you had in television.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my buddy had a
television,
ColecoVision, yeah.
Well, Genesis was 16-bit, so we know he wasn't seeking that then.
That'd be the NES.
It could be the NES too, yeah.
You guys see, I think it was Prime. They had it was like a 3 or 4 part special on like Madden and the Madden football game. That was terrific. And it went through like the whole from the start and how Madden, John Madden didn't want his name on it if you couldn't have 11 on 11. Because initially with like 8 bits, you could only have like 7 on 7. And he was like, no, you won't have my name on it until you could figure out 11 on 11 football. And it was like 3 or 4 parts, and it went all the way up to like 2024, and it was just awesome.
Oh, wow. What was that on?
That's cool.
I think it was Prime, but if it's not Prime, it's Netflix. It's one of those two. And it came out about maybe 3 weeks ago, but just awesome. Yeah.
I'll have to definitely
really brought me back with all the old video games and seeing like the old graphics from, old game. It might be called It's in the Game, but yeah, it was like a documentary. It was really cool.
Sega Genesis released in North America August 14th, 1989.
Oh, I was close. Yeah, I thought it was in the 90s. That was a year off. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I knew I had it when I was in college, but I don't know if maybe I got it the next year. I remember just being up all night playing, like talking football and all that kind of stuff. But,
well, no, I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think the Genesis was actually a 16-bit system, was it not?
Yeah, it was 16. It was 16.
And the Sega Master System was the 8-bit system.
Yeah,
Todd, it's called. I don't remember that one.
It's on Prime, Todd. It's called It's in the Game.
It's in the game. Okay.
In the game?
I'll have to check that out. Well,
yeah,
I know
I'm check that out too.
When they did the Madden game, like John was very involved on it. Like he wanted that 11 versus 11, but he was the one that said, no, I'm not doing like just Tecmo Bowl type stuff. Like they made him use official playbooks and come up with playbooks designed for the game and all that kind of stuff. And each team having the different ones and the different. So he was very hands on it,
Yeah, it's on Prime.
That was like one of the first big ones that like changed, I think, the gaming landscape for people like being up like in the store. I mean, you had other games that kind of built up to that, but it was like Madden. I can remember it's being released and stores would be open at midnight. So so we would get there first, and we'd be in the store at midnight waiting for the clock to tick so we can all get the games. And if you were like, we got 20 copies in, and you were 21, and you were like pissed because they just ran out in front of you.
Damn it!
Yeah, you're trying to offer the guy a lot more if he can get it to you, and he can buy another one later, type thing. So yeah.
or hey man, I got like a 12-pack of beer in the car. Can I come over to your house?
Yeah,
we'll all just play together.
Yeah, that was huge back in the day. The gritty 1960 drama depicts the lives of U.S. platoon fighting its way across Europe during World War II. The show is a relatively realistic portrait of the fighting. So that was combat then. Okay.
Combat, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, you haven't watched 8-Bit? Well, oh, Vanessa hasn't. Okay, I thought that was great for a second. I was looking at the other one. 8-Bit, Christmas, and throwback for 80s kids. Okay. I'll have to look at it now that you brought it up that way, because, I mean, I may have to take a look at it now.
Yeah, I got to go watch it for sure.
Atari came out back. Atari came out.
That was out in the 70s.
Yeah, late 70s.
Yeah. Because I had that as a kid.
Was it in the 70s?
Yep.
Yeah, late 70s.
I'm going to say 77 or 78.
Okay. Good call. 77. June of. The company was founded June 1972, and then Atari was 1977. Because they were doing the other video game stuff before they had the home console.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Huh.
And Activision was one that kind of broke that model where they started making the cartridges you can actually get and kind of shifted everything where you have to go through Atari. And it was like they tried to fight Activision on it, and they found out they couldn't do anything about it. Like if they made cartridges and it fits your game, they were like, so be it, you know.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. and Activision stuff was so much better than the stuff Atari was putting out. And that was half.
Oh god!
Like you guys are putting out a better product, and we don't want you having a better product and taking our money away. But they do it anyway.
It's like, let me play Space Invaders or Pitfall,
or you can play Pitfall. That's right.
Yeah. I'll step on some crocodile heads.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Jump a scorpion or two. Oh, pretty sure the whole storyline is the whole storyline of Atari. I can remember being a kid, and we used to have in my neighborhood an Italian pizzeria, and we used to go down and get slices of pizza, and they had one of the pole position games, which was Atari. And we used to be like just greasy wheel and everything because we were always like just eating a pizza and playing. Like all the kids were just doing it in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yep. The only thing that I love pole position, but the only thing that ever bothered me about that game is you start the game and you do that qualifying lap. You do the qualifying lap, and you finish in the pole position. You're first. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into the race. You start racing, and within 10 seconds, there's a car in front of you. I haven't done a lap yet. How is there a freaking car in front of me? I took the pole. I'm in first. There should be nobody in front of me for like 15 laps until I catch up to everybody. That always annoyed me about that game.
That's so true. Where'd it come from?
It's like, why did I work so hard to get in the pole position when there's cars in front of me? You want to get in first, so there's no cars in front of you. But no.
It's like, what is going on here? Why? What happened? Yeah. Genesis 8990, and then PlayStation 94 because this is their 30-year anniversary year right now on PlayStation.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
First 16-bit made by Texas Instruments in 76 and cost $10,000 if you wanted to buy one. I wrote to buy one to get the price. Oof. That was 16-bit computer CPU. I had a neighbor with a Neo Geo. I'm so jealous. Yeah. There was like back in the day, like you had the Neo Geo. We had more competition for the video games back in the day because we had Neo Geo, you had the Atari, you had the Intellivision, you had the ColecoVision. Yeah, you had one kid on the street that would have like Gemini. You would have
my brother had. I don't know if y'all heard this. Many people don't know what it is. It was called Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Yes.
Odyssey was another one you would have, and you'd have one fancy kid at the Commodore 64. So you'd have all these different. Nowadays, it's almost like you're limited versus what we used to have back then.
What was the other one called?
People are like, Odyssey. I've never heard of that before. I'm like, I used to play that shit a ton when I was a little kid.
Yeah,
it was so good. It was awesome.
There was another. I think I can't remember the name. I think it was called Vectrex.
Yes, Vectrex.
It came with its own. It came with its own monochrome monitor,
the whole screen and everything. Yeah.
There was a whole system. Even the screen was there. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That one too.
Whew, yeah.
It was Vectrex, right? That's what it was called.
Yeah, it was Vectrex.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And they used to get like the mini Donkey Kong machines and the mini Space Invaders
That's what I was
and
gonna
many
say.
other ones.
Oh yeah, the small ones. Yeah.
Arcade
Yeah.
machine.
And then we'd have the handheld, right? So you had not just the Mattel football type thing, which that was classic from back in the day.
Oh,
But then when Coleco came out with the head-to-head, you were playing your buddies, and you were both on each side. And yeah. And they had the baseball, they had the football, and then I think they had a soccer one and stuff too. But
Yeah. And I remember it was like along the lines of the Mattel, but they had Tiger, and Tiger had some pretty cool shit. It was like a bigger thing, and like the baseball one I loved. I played the Tiger one a lot.
Yep, I remember the Tiger games too. Yeah, the handhelds.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you guys. Now I'm sure I've showed this on some of my videos at some point in time. They're not on, but I am a big classic video game guy, and I do have. Wow, there it is here. So this is I built this. This is my arcade machine. This has got like 7,300 classic video games on it, including Neo Geo, Atari 2600, old PlayStation stuff like that. And then over here I have my
one of those also.
And then I have my digital pinball machine over here that has
nice.
400 tables on it, I think.
Yeah, I've got one of those video games.
One of these? One of these? I bet you do not have one of these.
There's mine.
You do not have one of these.
Can you see it?
Is that one of the 1-up ones?
Well, it's kind of got the controls
tabletop.
on it or whatever.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, you got a tabletop one.
Yeah.
How many games you got in that, Todd?
It's thousands. I'm not 100% sure. It's like 20 something thousand or so. I don't remember what it's got. All the
okay, so yeah, so you're
It's got like Nintendo, all the different platforms on it also.
Yeah, so it's basically the same as mine, except for I kind of hand built mine.
Yeah. Mine's just kind of generic. I don't have it encased or anything, but
did machine language on the process. Commodore 64 was fun. We didn't use it as much for the computer as much for the games that we would play on it.
Right, like Oregon Trail and stuff like that.
Yeah. Track and field was huge for a lot of my friends when we were a kid. Track and field and Commodore 64. That and one versus one, Dr. J, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Remember like the old flight simulator games on the Commodore 64?
Flight simulator. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just love playing track and field in the arcade.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. But you guys did. I don't know if you guys did the lighter trick with track and field, where you would take like you take, like, let's say this is a lighter. It's not my face.
Yes.
You would hold it like this and you'd rub it across the buttons. Instead of hitting the buttons, you just go grrr, and you get a lot more speed.
I didn't use any performance enhancements when I played the game, but I've seen people do stuff. I've seen people do the pencil trick too. They do the pencil and they put it across and tap. Like I kept mine on natural.
They used to do the pencil. You hit one side, the other side it goes, just fast. It was like, then your fingers would be hurting for days.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
In Alaska, went down to Anchorage to use the video games at Chuck E. Cheese. I've never been inside a Chuck E. Cheese. I had no
friends
that
still
had
in
parties
business?
there. I think they are. Yeah. I never had any friends at a party there. I never had any kids to take my kids there, so I've never really been.
We've got a Chuck E. Cheese a few miles from our house.
Shane's last name is Senna. Senna?
Cena. Is that Cena? Shane Cena.
What about the year without a Santa Claus? Come on, man. I'm Mr. Freeze-Miser. I'm Mr. Cold. I couldn't get everybody in there, Dr. Didi. Yeah. I couldn't get everybody in. So, yeah, the year without a Santa Claus, that was in my mind as well as being kind of went out there. Oh, let's go back to the poll, by the way. And I did crack open the barrel.
I saw you pouring that.
Yeah. Right now, we still have Charlie Brown out in front, 38%. Coming in second, we have
disappointed people.
Christmas at 31%. Then we have Rudolph, who's
even the dog disagrees.
19. Frosty the Snowman coming in last at 12%. They got him watered down right now.
Nice one.
Oh, these jokes write themselves some days. Canadian pole position doesn't let you claim the rightful position. American pole position, $35 million contract after a decent test lap. Know your poles.
That sounds about right, actually, Emerson. That sounds about right.
That's a nice reddish color to the beer. I'll give you that.
That does look good, yeah.
Nice maltiness on the nose.
Todd, give your dog a treat, man.
Mm.
He's upstairs. Shannon's messing with him or something. He's loud. He's loud. Oh, he's loud. Yeah. See here.
They can hear her now.
You know, if she's up, she needs to be on camera with us. If she's up now,
right?
Saying.
She's got to work tomorrow, so she won't be on.
I mean, we all got to work tomorrow.
But yeah,
I don't.
I don't work tomorrow either.
We all suck.
Nobody likes a braggart. Nobody likes braggarts.
Otherwise, I'd be on my way to work right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
This is decent. It says I don't get a lot of the barrel aging though from it, but it feels like a higher. I take that back. I get some bourbon. I don't get barrel. I get a little bit of that bourbon in the background.
Yeah, because I don't think you want to overtake the regular spice. What's the ABV on that one?
This one is 10% ABV.
Okay, because the regular one I have here is 7.5.
It's got a nice stickiness in it. I mean, it really latches in nicely inside the mouth. But I almost feel like it's a more muscular, like amber type ale.
A muscular amber.
Like an amber ale jacked up.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think I heard anybody describe it as muscular before.
I'm going to go grab another one. I'll be right back.
All right. It's got a nice syrupy type feel to it in the texture as well. So it layers nicely on the tongue. It's decent. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's Great Lakes, so they don't really miss on their beers. And it's got a nice after effect where I can just sit here talking and get the flavor. You almost get a little bit of that soaking in of the flavor where you kind of just want to chew the cheeks because you just got so much flavor that's still coming out after you've already swallowed. So, yeah, I'm digging it. It's got a little bit of what we call a stick-to-itiveness in play. So it really sticks around nicely.
Very nice.
Definitely recommend if you have to see. I think the 4-pack was, I think at our Kroger, like $24.99, I think it was for the 4-pack. So,
wow,
you have 4-pack of these, you'll be feeling a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what's funny? You talk about beer pricing, and you're like, oh, this 4-pack, where you see like some other half like $25, and you're like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Or you'll see like $4.50 North, and it'll be like $28. What? But then it's like, oh, there's a bottle of Goose Island, Bourbon County, $25. One bottle, I'll pay for it.
Yeah, nobody complains about that, right? Nobody complains about that.
I could have gave you 4 for that price over here, but you're nope. But you'll take the 1 for that. It's just
that's right.
That's the mind of beer drinkers at times.
Well, and especially me because I can't get Goose Island up here.
Yeah.
So I have if I'm in the States and I see it, I'll grab one because it's kind of like a treat because I can't get it normally.
Yeah, it still sticks around here. Like our Kroger has it lined up right now. Like you can go.
It's already on sale here.
Damn it, Dave! Nobody likes a braggart. I told you about that. Stop going to Jules so much.
Amy's has it on sale. It's only a couple bucks off, but by January 1st, it'll be half off. I'll get you some, Jane. Just let me know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, he was getting like 50% off last year up there in Chicago.
And it was like right after January 1st, it was like half off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Even not all of the variants, because some of them are far more popular, but even like some of the variants are already like $2 off. Like, all right, glad I didn't go get it on Black Friday.
And see here,
I'm going old school right now.
What is that? Is that a Schlitz? That's what I thought it was. That's a Schlitz.
Yeah.
Oh, it's I thought it was a Miller for some reason. I don't know why.
It's we've got stuff here from last year's Goose Island that you can still get, and it's like still full price on stuff. So it's like, because they know they'll sell it to somebody. So
yeah,
somewhere like where Dave's at in Chicago, it's like, and then they'll knock it down. It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll cost me more to ship it to you, Shane, than it costs to buy it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Well, you do it before the tariffs start.
Hey, just keep this in mind, Dave. If you do want to ship something to me, I do have a U.S. address, and
All
it's
right.
way cheaper. It's way
All
cheaper to send it there.
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Oh, it's definitely
We'll
way
talk after
cheaper.
the show. We'll figure something out.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do a beer drinking with you for sure.
We need to get Dave down to one of the Brew Tuber events. Just
Yes,
saying.
we do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, South Carolina in July, Dave. I'm just saying.
Got to check my vacations this year. I don't
Yeah.
have that many. They cut out like half my vacation weeks for next year were gone because I didn't work half of the year with my back stuff.
Oh,
so
with the backs, yeah.
yeah, I don't have my full allotment of vacation time in 2025, so I have to kind of be careful.
Well, I don't know if you've seen anybody's videos from the last get together that I hosted, but you can't miss these. These are freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Look at that, Didi. You got Vanessa singing the Christmas songs over there.
Nice.
What up, Doc Didi from JT? Patrick says, Hans Gudigas, the villain on Rat Patrol, aka Victor. Oh, he was in that from Combat, Young and the Restless. My mom still watches
Eric.
Young and the Restless to this day. but
Eric
the guy
Braden
that
or whatever
played
his name
Victor.
is.
Yeah,
I think it's Eric Braden, isn't it? Isn't that his name?
it might be.
I think it is. I think it is.
I know,
think it's Eric Braden.
I know him as Victor, though, when Young and the Restless growing up.
Well, sadly, I used to watch Young and the Restless back when I was in my early 20s because this girl I dated watched it, and it was on at 12:30 or something like that. And it was just about the time I was getting up because I worked nights even back then. And so I would get up and sit on the couch and have my coffee, and she'd be watching Young and the Restless, every day. And just after a while, I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, you started kind of getting into it. It's like, oh, hey, what did Victor do today?
Yeah.
So there's probably a period about 2 or 3 years where I watched it every freaking day.
12 o'clock here was all my children. We were watching Erica Kane and I forget the other characters, but I remember Erica Kane.
He said, maybe this year she'll get the Emmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when I was in college, the big thing was Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
And it was so big when I was in college that I used to work for the university paper after a few years being in school. That the comics started writing it into the comic strip and stuff, just stuff from Days of Our Lives because that's how the whole university was hooked on watching Days of Our Lives back then. So yeah,
I did watch Days a little bit, and that was only because of Deidre Hall because I thought she was absolutely gorgeous, and I had the biggest crush on her when I was in my 20s. I'm like, she's just gorgeous.
You weren't the only one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was a gorgeous woman.
Vanessa, I was reading information on the Commodore floppy drives from Seamus Air Force in Alaska with the Germany C64 user group by modem. I used the Autobahn government phone lines. Vanessa always access a whole bunch of different stuff to do.
Yeah.
Vanessa probably knows who's behind the drones. Vanessa, will you tell us who's behind the drones?
Yeah.
The government won't, and I'm pretty sure Vanessa knows.
Vanessa's probably behind the drones. Yeah.
Might be piloting. She might be the one controlling it.
I don't know, Liz, if Tempest ever came out. I wish it did. Tempest,
you know what? I'm gonna say no. Actually,
Tempest came out on Atari.
Are you sure?
When they brought out on Atari is when they had the round paddles.
Oh, okay.
They made the round paddles on the 2600 later on, and then they brought Tempest out. I was a huge Tempest fan back in the day.
Tempest,
yeah, I think you're right. I think it did. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I own Tempest, but I think you're right. I think it did come out, but I was like, I don't think it did.
Yeah, Tempest. I was a big fan of Tempest.
Tempest and Joust. I love Joust back then.
I had Joust on the 2600 as well. Yeah.
Joust is awesome.
Here's some good trivia for you about Tempest, Rod.
Mission Command. I was big with Mission Command.
When they first came out with Tempest, how your little guy goes around the outside of the thing? Well, originally your guy didn't move. Everything else moved. But upon when they were doing tests and stuff like that, it was making everybody seasick.
Really?
Because everything was moving.
Okay.
So they stopped moving that tube or whatever it is. They stopped moving that, and they just made the guy go around the outside.
Oh, okay. So people were getting motion sickness the other way. Well,
motion sickness. Yeah, they were getting motion sickness from from everything turning. So they decided to keep that still and move the guy around.
Huh.
Why I know that, I have no idea.
Since we're talking video games here, and for you guys and everybody in the chat and stuff, what game, and of course you have to be old enough to do this now, so I'm sorry if I exclude any of the younger generations.
Yeah, sorry, Todd.
What game do you think you probably spent the most quarters in as a kid?
Oh, so an actual arcade game?
Like an actual arcade game. What one where you had to put the quarter in? What game do you think you spent the most quarters on?
Without a doubt, Afterburner.
Oh, okay.
Because the Afterburner there were two versions. There was the stand-up version, and then there was the full version where you sat in it and the whole thing moved.
Yeah.
So that's the one I had at my arcade, with the one that moved, and I think it was $1 to play it.
Okay.
So it was 4 quarters every time you played it, and I would just pump in like my whole paycheck would be $50 or whatever the hell it was back in the day, right? Just pounding it through. So yeah, Afterburner for me took all my money, and I was still never very good at it. That's the worst part.
What about you guys?
I'd have to say probably Donkey Kong, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, Donkey Kong would be that would be up there, I think. Yeah.
That's one of the hardest games that we've ever invented back in that time.
Yeah.
So hard.
I remember like Tempest I played a lot, and Tron when that came out on the
Tron was great too.
Yeah. Have you ever watched that documentary on Donkey Kong called The King of Kongs?
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Very good documentary. Check it out.
It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
I can see stuff. I got 2 screens going on the screen over here. I can see people just commenting. I gotta get to those comments at some point or two. But I'm seeing people pop in there. Dragon's Lair, Zaxxon, a whole bunch of stuff. So
Dragon's Lair.
Good days, yeah.
Dragon's Lair was great too.
Dragon's Lair was one of the ones that was one of the first ones I think where it was like you had
laser
to
disc.
I'm saying you had to find that change guy quick enough, because that was one of the first ones that had like a countdown. Like if you died, you had like 20 seconds or 15 seconds to drop another quarter in. Otherwise, you had to go back to start. And it was like you'd have $1, and you're like your buddy would be like, "Go find the change guy. Go give me change. I need change.
Go get the change.
And they're trying to get the change. Yeah. So you had to sprint within that time frame or whatever. But I remember that being one of the first ones. I think for me, I want to say like I spent a lot. Like Miss Pac-Man would have been one that would have been huge. But also, like, one of my favorites to play was like Spy Hunter. I think I put a lot into Spy Hunter.
That game was hard. That game was hard, man.
Yeah.
Another one I just thought of was Gauntlet. Did you all ever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could play 4 people, teams or whatever. I always thought that was.
You'd have to put another quarter in to get more health.
Yeah, I think Gauntlet was one of the first 4-person ones. I think when that came out. Now,
I think it was. Yeah.
The other 4-person game that was cool to play, which I want to say was the most quarters because you got to play for free sometimes if you were good, was NBA Jam. Because if you played NBA Jam and you won and our team can challenge you, only the people that had that challenge had to put in, and your team was already set. So that was kind of a cool thing. And I remember quarters just being lined up for who had next in that game too. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was another.
That was another one that was pretty popular though too. Yeah.
Oh, and Demolition Derby. Do you guys ever play Demolition Derby? It used to be like a tabletop, kind of like what Todd's is, but they would have like four steering wheels on each side, so 4 guys could play, and you're in a demolition derby. You're trying to wreck the other.
I've never saw that one. No.
Oh, that was great. That came out on the home systems too. I think it came out on either the Sega Master System or the Genesis. I can't remember which one I had it on. But yeah, I remember that. That was a great game.
Oh, one I remember was like a racing game. Had the 4 steering wheels, kind of
Super Sprint.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Couldn't think of what the name of it was.
God, why do I know all this video game stuff? What the hell?
I remember when they brought out Paperboy, you had the bike handles and stuff. Some of the.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a good one there too.
I was stuck at that.
That was hard too.
Oh, watched the Grinch with my daughter last week. The cartoon classic, same old artist did Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny. I did not know that. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
You were transmitting C64 data to Germany. Okay. German group sent me a floppy disk of data that they said I couldn't hack. Vanessa said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, pretty much.
I hacked it, translated it to another disk, sent it back on the modem, but I included a very tiny program on my encrypted program for them to hack. You guys are like trading Rubik cubes and stuff there. hacked it immediately, but called to ask how I broke their disk drive. Because you're the one, Vanessa. You're the one. You're like Neo. You're the one. The codes speed up the disk and move to read ARM really fast. Get it to jump over the technical stop that prevented it from returning. Todd and I did a 2025 Goose Island tasting a couple weeks ago. You did 2025.
That'd be freaking fantastic.
No, 2024.
Yeah.
Because unless you guys got a time machine, I don't know about. I mean, if you do, I just want to go to the day of the Super Bowl. I just need to who wins the Super Bowl. Then I can come back and lay a large bet, and I'll be set. I can retire now.
There you go.
I'll fill you in after hours.
Yeah. I feel like the answer is going to be the Chiefs. I just feel like that's going to be the answer. But anyway, you have a U.S. address. I can send you the Utopian. Then so
yes, I have a U.S. address because when I'm getting shipments from the States, a lot of times like it'll be like if I ship it to my U.S. mailbox, it'll be like say $5 shipping, but to get it to Canada, it's like $40.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't live that far. I'm 20 minutes from the freaking place in the States, but just all the paperwork and taxes and shit like that.
Well, make sure you make a note, Shane, because apparently Vanessa has your Utopia.
Oh,
yeah.
If you got one, sister, you let me know because I will send you the money.
She's letting you know. I can send you the Utopia.
Yeah.
So I think
get a hold of me, Vanessa.
Unless
you got it, get a hold of me.
Yeah. You guys are
got my email.
You guys are both on Instagram, by the way, so you guys can.
Oh yeah, we're on Instagram. Just get a hold of me on Instagram. Yeah, I got you on Instagram.
Why am I translating all this?
We follow each other on Instagram, Shane. Let me pull this up.
I think so.
All right.
Ooh, I do like the West 6 beers. Very nice. Bourbon Barrel Christmas Ale. I like the Christmas Ale. I haven't had the Bourbon Barrel one. I will have to look for that now.
Yeah, we follow each other, so we'll exchange.
Yeah, I thought we did. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good.
Soap operas at the radar sites were banned to be watched on the TVs by Alaskan Air Command. Soap operas were causing too many issues at the remote. So what kind of issues were they causing? Like people were just, I'm not going to work. I need to see what happens on my story today. Like people just
Luke and Laura's on. I got to find out what's going on in General Hospital here. Yeah.
They're about to get married. You want me to do what? Yeah. Do you not know the wedding? I can remember the Luke and Laura wedding being a huge thing in the States back then. Like,
oh, that was TV,
I mean, that was like
everything stopped.
I mean, you got to think like that. Like year, you had like Who Shot JR and like the Luke and Laura wedding. I mean, the audiences that they had for that was just like incredible.
Yeah.
Shattered TV.
Yeah.
Who Shot JR? Yeah. Drones, just a bunch of dudes in Jersey. Maybe they're in a club, maybe not. Drones are cheaper than ever. Drones can be cheap, but
I almost bought one. Yeah,
they've been putting on some pretty good shows, and some of these they're saying like the size of like pickup trucks. But I will say this: it's not just New Jersey. They just had it here in Ohio. They just shut down Wright Pat Air Force Base for like 4 hours because of drone activity. So they're like not just there; they're in different states now that are getting out to. So
Shannon said the other day, I was like, the size of a car. I was like, really?
Yeah, they're pretty huge. Some of them.
She's like, yeah, that's what they're saying. I'm like, geez.
Yeah.
You just ready somebody knows that they're not saying it, but yeah.
So their size of a car, can you actually get in it and fly yourself around and
Yeah. Like the Jetsons.
Right. I mean, basically.
They do have those, don't they? Don't they have ones that are big enough for people?
They might.
I think they've made those.
Point. Yeah.
I think I think I saw a video not too long ago. I don't know if it was a real video. It could be AI for all I freaking know.
I remember back
as
a kid watching Jetsons, and my dad was like, by the time you get your license, that'll be you. You'll be flying around in the cars and stuff. And I'm like, really? Okay, that'd have been cool. That would have been cool if it happened.
Yeah, instead of flying cars, we got friggin' electric cars.
I don't know.
Great. Yeah. Thanks.
I see some people drive. I don't know if I want them flying as well, but
that's true.
It's funny. I said the Jetsons in my mind. It popped in his boy Elroy.
Jane, his wife.
Which other thing? Nothing to do with the Jetsons, but under random thought that popped in my mind. If you haven't seen it yet today, maybe you have seen it, and if so, let me know your thoughts on it. They dropped the new Superman trailer.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on it? It's kind of interesting because they got a new guy to play the new Superman. It's going to be a whole new DC multiverse. there's some interesting things they show in the trailer for some other characters. So
yeah, Guy Gardner,
yeah,
Crypto.
yeah, and the guy that's actually doing it is James Gunn, who actually did the Guardians of the Galaxy and did a great job doing that one. And I'm kind of tempted to see what happened. But I saw like Crypto, like Dave said, Hawkman was in it. There was, I think it was a Green Lantern that was in it as well. It was kind of some
Guy
interesting
Gardner.
things. Yeah. And so it'll be interesting to see what's taking place, but kind of interesting in the beginning where Superman's laying in the snow, like bleeding out of his mouth or whatever, and Crypto has to come pick him up. So it'll be interesting. It's got definitely more of a different tinge to it, which I'm hoping for, because DC movies have just lagged so far behind Marvel and stuff that maybe Gunn can work some magic and get them a lift here. So we'll see. Don't know if Affleck's still playing Batman or not. I just, they got a new Superman, so we'll see.
No, what's his name? Robert Patterson's playing Batman.
But that's a different multiverse, though. So they got like his Batman is like the comic Batman with the whole detective type thing, which they do have the next one coming out, which will be interesting, I think. So, and if you haven't seen the Penguin on Mac, if you saw the Batman and you haven't seen the Penguin, do yourself a favor and watch the Penguin on Max. Because Colin Farrell he'll probably get an Emmy for that role when it comes February or whatever, because it is just that good of a series.
Oh,
yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah, check it out.
And it's if you saw the Batman, it takes off from that part, but then also kind of builds up for the next thing that's going to be the next movie, I think, coming out. Soup in the house. What's up, Soup? Happy Thursday, my friend. Hopefully you guys busted some of that ass on Call of Duty earlier. I didn't get on there.
Zaxxon.
Yeah. So Vanessa was a big fan of Zaxxon back in the day. Worked with the world champion player at Elmendorf Air Force Base.
Nice. That's cool.
1 quarter, he flipped the machine counter over the score. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I would say.
Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, the Laserdisc games.
Oh, you're forgetting the best one. Cliffhanger. A lot of people don't know that one. That was a Laserdisc game that came out at the same time as. It was fantastic. Okay. I loved it.
Tempest for Canadians. Fix to stop nausea. Tempest for Americans. Comes with air sickness bag. Oh, Galaga when I was younger.
Yeah.
Teen to
great
fun. Yeah, Galaga was like, that's one of the old school ones for, and there was Centipede back in the day too. Put a lot of quarters in the Centipede too.
Oh yeah, the Centipede, yeah.
That was like almost that and Missile Command were the two kings of like
Missile Command.
Trackball games,
Yeah.
I always liked Moon Patrol also.
Moon Patrol. Yeah.
Yeah. Atomic Dog. Oh, what about Dig Dug? Dig Dug was a game you used to play.
Oh, Dig Dug?
Yeah.
Another classic.
Yeah. There was an Atomic. Oh, what was the other one too? Cubert. I used to like playing a lot of Cubert.
I hated that game.
What do you like Cubert?
That little orange bastard would always fall off the side. Like, I know I didn't go that way. What are you doing?
Joystick would never do what you want. It was always seemed like it was always going a different way or something. I don't know what the deal was with it. It was always
well, yeah, because if everything was angled, and if he didn't go on that perfect angle and he went a little bit down, he'd go off the edge or go on a different square. And then you wonder why the character was swearing all the time. He's like, Jesus Christ, don't you guys know how to play this game? That's all that was.
Exactly.
You did have the cursive stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
That was the money grabber right there for sure.
And it brought up some bad memories for you, Shane.
Right.
yeah, a little bit.
There's the Keeper PTSD taking place right now.
Yeah.
There was an Atomic Dog pinball machine across Berkeley College of Music that I played constantly next to the Tempest console. Lots of Scorpion bowls and stumbling back to the dorm. Well, there you go.
That sounds about right.
Hey, what's up, Trev? Cheers. Welcome home. I appreciate that, my friend. We will definitely get to meet up at some point here. We will meet up for sure. We'll get Todd up here too. So,
hey, we'll be there at least in March 1st, or is it
February 1st? Yeah, February 1st will be.
I'm getting my beer events mixed up. March 1st is the tailspin here, so.
Yeah, February 1st we'll have the Cincinnati Beer Fest. So Todd and Shannon will be there volunteering with me there. So that'll be a cool thing. Thayer's Quest. I came home in 1984. I went to the arcade with my brother to show him. I could finish it in 1 quarter. The owner said no one ever won it. Again, Vanessa said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
I've heard of that. I don't even know if I might have that on my machine. I don't even know, but I don't think I've ever played it. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've played it.
Well, appreciate that, homie. Yeah, 4 weeks. We've been off for 4 weeks, so it's great to be back. I was joking with Todd earlier, like, I don't even know what to say right now because we haven't been on for so long. So
now you're not going to be on next week, right? Because of Christmas and stuff.
Oh yeah, Christmas is like what, Tuesday or Wednesday? When is Christmas?
Yeah, you're going to be on next week.
Oh yeah, I'll be on next week. That's the 26th. And
Boxing Day show.
Yeah, so next week will be interesting because I'm in a group there with Todd and Shane and stuff. So next week, I mentioned out there for people that might want to come on and join, I'm thinking of doing and I put a poll out in the community tab. So if you haven't voted on it, go ahead and vote on it. But I'm thinking of doing the best beers of 2024 show. And if people want to come on and talk about what they've had this year as guests, Dave, you're welcome as well. I think it might be next Friday night that I may do that on a live stream for a bit. Next Thursday will still be live here. And then probably, I don't ever really do like a New Year's show, but maybe that following Tuesday, maybe do a New Year's thing. Because every year I'm like, I don't know what she wants to do. And she's like asleep by 10 anyway. So I might do a New Year's type thing.
Why not?
So
Why not?
yeah. So
that'd be fun.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned. So I got some other stuff going on. I've also got guests already being booked into January for the show as well. So a lot of good stuff happening, which I'm going to have, Dave had a great, if you haven't checked out Beer in Front, make sure you check out Beer in Front. But Dave had a great guest with Joel on Air Flights Across America. He'll actually be coming on my show in a few weeks here in January as well. And we'll be talking about some different things.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Check out Dave's show. Probably has the best audio out of any beer tuber I've ever heard.
I'm impressed because I hate my audio. I think it sounds fantastic. Editing, that's like the bane of my existence every week. It's just like, fuck, I don't want to do this again. I hate doing it. Like I'm anal, like, cause I could hear, especially since I put on some weight after COVID, like I notice my breath sounds more. So when I'm editing, I'm pretty anal about taking that out so you don't hear me, when I'm like talking. So right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, I love it. I love your audio. I was like I said, I was even thinking that the other day. I was watching a couple of your videos and I'm like, God damn, does this guy ever sound fantastic? And then I go back and watch one of mine and I'm like, God, I hope somebody doesn't watch his and then watch mine immediately after.
You know what though? For like the videos, do you I have an Adobe subscription, so I have all of the Photoshop and Illustrator and everything. But
Dave's got a good job. Okay.
No, I got it on Black Friday sale, so I get everything at a good price. Fair. But they have a thing for like audio, and you could upload your video clips, and it cleans up the audio automatically. So it'll take out in case my heater kicks on or air conditioner. So that does a good job. I use that on all the videos.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like my audio is not terrible. I'm not saying it's terrible, but you could always. I'm always looking for ways to improve little things.
Oh yeah,
right? Like we all are, right? Always.
Yeah, absolutely. But
yeah, Shane, I hate to tell you, Shane, but you're never going to get the Barry White voice. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you're never going to get the Barry White voice.
I mean, AI is good enough now; it can change it.
Never say never. Never say never.
Yeah, he's going to be like loading into Barry White into like Chat GPT or whatever.
Right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be doing this.
You like beer.
Sexy beer. Yeah. I can't even do that with a straight face. Never mind. Can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spy Hunter was fun for sure. Subby, cheers, brother, from Trez. Hey, Trez. 1985. Space Ace would power up and give that funny snicker. Vanessa. Yes, definitely. Derby.
Yeah, see, somebody knows down with this Derby. There we go.
Frogger. There's another one. Frogger was another one back in the day. Which you ever seen a Seinfeld episode with Frogger with George and Jerry and George? He's like, he won't let him unplug the machines when he's trying to get across the street. He's going like Frogger and gets over to the other side, but the curb, he can't get it up the curb. Defender.
Oh, Defender, yeah.
Defender, and what was the other one? Stargate that came out after Defender. Yeah.
Asteroids.
So many buttons. That's the problem with Defender. There's so many buttons.
Yeah. Where's that thrust? Hit the thrust.
Where's the thrust? Where's the reverse? Oh my God.
Oh, forgot one of the old school classics, Asteroids.
That's what I just said, Asteroids.
Oh, that did. Yeah, Asteroids was one there too. We had Space Invaders and Moon Patrol. And Todd, I must catch up on your videos. There you go. I got to catch up on everybody's videos too.
Well, don't
you don't have to worry about catching up on Todd's videos too much because he hasn't done one in like a month and a half.
That's what I was gonna say. Now I'm going to start again. Though. She's bailing on me, so it'll just be by myself probably. So,
but she's bailing. Unbelievable.
Oh, hey, Rod. James and I will be hitting Miller's Pub to try traditional Tom. Oh, nice. I do like some Miller's Pub. So that's actually where me and JT got together the first time we'd actually met down there. Miller's Pub is like, well, Dave, you know, because you're right there in Chicago. I like the ambiance of the old school stuff on the walls, the old pictures, the big chairs. Like you walk into like this mob restaurant from like 1930, like they still got everything there. And it's just a cool layout. And the portions they give you for food are like hilarious because like me and JT were there, we were doing beers and the guy sat down next to me and he ordered a full rack of ribs. I'm a big guy. You guys know me. I'm a big guy. Yeah. This other guy sat down, ordered the ribs. He was not a big guy. They brought this plate out, and the ribs were hanging off the plate.
Like Flintstone shit, yeah.
He looks at me. I look at him. I was like, you going to be all right with those? He's just like, I'm going to try.
Yeah. If you need a hand, let me know.
Yeah, let me know. I'm right here for you. I got your back. You know, bring in the reliever. I'm right here. So, yeah. I didn't mean it like that, by the way.
I didn't know you were Italian, right? Yeah.
I didn't need you to say that. I did grow up in Jersey, but I didn't mean it that way. But it was just like the food is fantastic. But I feel for Chicago because I feel like you have to get these portions because when that winter hits, it hits in Chicago. So you can't be going around lightweight. You got to be prepared for that. So,
we've been good. I think it's snowing now, but we've been good. It's been mild so far.
Well, yeah, but that might be the calm before the storm actually hits too. So I know some of my people I was talking to earlier, they're actually up in Wisconsin, and one of the guys told me they were getting 8 inches when I was talking to them on the phone today. So they're expecting to start having stuff coming through. It is what it is. You live there long enough, you're used to it. It becomes that whole routine, right? It's kind of like, you know, where you get snow or Shane gets snow in Canada or me here or Todd in Indiana. We get it. We deal with it. Brian gets it in Georgia. He's like, "What the hell's going on? I have no idea what to do." You know,
they close down this. They close down the entire state.
Yeah, they get a half an inch. They get a half an inch. It's over. It's Armageddon.
We're
close it down.
Not too far from that here, though, either. So.
Yeah, but you guys get more like the ice and that, like black ice, don't you, down there?
We do get the black ice that comes through. Yeah.
For the most, that is true.
Which I'm still not sold on that term. I'm pretty sure it might still be racist, but I'm not sure yet.
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
I had nowhere else to go with that one, but yeah, when the black when the black ice does hit, I mean, it's because you can't tell. It looks like it's just a puddle and it's ice, and people hit it and they're sliding down the road. Yeah,
I've always wondered about that term, also.
Yeah.
But you would think that if it's freezing cold outside and you see a puddle of something in front of you, wouldn't you slow down? Like, hey, that might be just ice. Let's slow down a little bit.
In Canada, yes. In America, not so much.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, Shane, you guys in Canada only drive like 45 miles an hour. So
45 kilometers an hour.
That's not true. It's 50.
Oh, 50. I'm sorry.
And that's in the city, 50. Sometimes 60 if you get really lucky.
No, occasionally down through this area, we get Ontario drivers, and they are the nicest drivers out there for sure. They're definitely more in control of the vehicle. But the Americans, you'll see them all riding up on the Ontario, they're going by, look at it, and they speed by them or whatever like that and everything. But it's just like, you know,
It was
no rush, you know.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing back in the summer when we was driving over to the hangout, and Shayna was driving. She was like, "What the hell is going on around here? You can only go like 50 miles an hour. I'm like, you gotta go over that because they'll pull you over in a heartbeat, being you know, from the different country."
Oh, I mean, that was only, if it was 55, so that was probably what's that convert to, like 80 kilometers?
It was
Which
like,
is,
it was something like
yeah,
that.
so 80's not like, 80's like the middle highway speed. It's not like a big highway speed. Then we get to 100 or 110.
Yeah, it was kind of back road, you know, it was kind of back road highway.
Yeah, so it's probably an 80. Yeah.
I do feel like if you got pulled over in Canada, it would be the nicest pullover you would get, though, probably. So it'd be a pretty enjoyable
not
event, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, from the American perspective, I feel like it'd be a nice, enjoyable event. Just be like, you know, nice guy come up to your window. What's the hurry, mister? You know, you're like, oh, I'm just trying to go so-and-so. Well, you know, you're going kind of fast there. You know, you need to slow it down, right? We don't drive that fast up here. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I apologize. First time in Canada. Like, well,
if you think that's the way it's going to be, Rod, next time you come up, I want you to speed like a maniac down the highway and get pulled over and see what they do and record that shit.
There you go.
But it is funny. So I mentioned earlier, I went to Michigan last week. On the way back, I did get stopped on the way back because I was going a little faster than I probably should. I was like an 83 and like a 65 or whatever. And I was like, went by, saw the trooper late in the middle, went by, he came in the lane. I'm like, oh shit. I don't think there was a car next to me that was probably going just as fast as I was or whatever. Like maybe he's going like, those his light on. It's like, oh great, pull over. He comes up there. He's like, so I got you going 83 and the 65. Like, and he heard like, no, just working. Like, well, what's your record like? I'm like, it's perfect. It's perfect. You know, perfect, 100%. Nothing on it, no blemish.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let me go ahead and check your license, everything like that. Everything checked. He came back and he's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and keep it perfect. Just kind of keep us, you know, slow it down a little bit. We're like, oh, that works for me, you know. So real nice, yeah.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it worked out well. So, you know, it's all in communication, how you communicate and stuff too. Nice guy, you know. He didn't be out there. It was like 12 degrees that day in Michigan. He didn't want to be standing outsid writing a ticket.
Yeah,
I didn't want him outside writing a ticket. Yeah, so
exactly.
Yeah. So, but the first thing you see those lights come up, you're like, oh shit, no.
Yeah.
Because I was just moving to Ohio, which means new insurance, which means they got to run your record. I'm like, I cannot get a ticket when I'm moving to a new state because that'll raise my insurance rate. So it all worked out well in the end.
Right. All right, I'm going to grab a quick beer, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. You have a bottle, Vanessa, of... I think what's the bottle of? Brought it a while back. Oh, the bottle of Utopia. It's the Utopia I bet. So she has for Shane there. Oh, she gave it her email there. Don't leave it up there too long, Vanessa. I don't want you to get anything like anybody trying to screw with your thing, but Shane will get him in touch with you on Instagram as well. Body blow boxing. I never saw body blow boxing. Do you remember Arch Rivals where you got to punch playing basketball?
Yeah, Arch Rivals.
Double dribble. Double dribble.
Yeah.
IG works too. Dang arguments were great fun to see on a radar site. 6 to 12 grown men arguing over what is happening in General Hospital. Yeah. It captivated everybody back in the day.
Yeah.
Large drones are not cheap, and you just can't buy them in a Walmart. Now the large ones that I was seeing and hearing about, yeah, definitely. College in Jersey has a drone school. Not kidding. Look it up. I don't doubt it, but there's other stuff happening. Not just there. Have you seen the USN underwater drone, Manta? I have not. Yes, Superman and the dog. Right? Yeah. Looks real silly. I don't know if it looks silly, but the dog is kind of interesting to see how they got that aspect into it with crypto. Dropping the pop theory that the Flintstones and the Jetsons occupy the same time and place, but at different classes. So the Jetsons flying around, and the Flintstones are down on the ground in the same time frame, but different classes. That would be an interesting crossover.
Yeah.
You got the dinosaurs in there too. Superman not looking too good, looks very lighthearted. You think, Didi? I thought it kind of had a little bit of a grim look to it with Superman down there bloodied and kind of got you thinking of what was taking place. And they had a little bit of a dramatic effect that James Gunn put into the trailer, showing the other heroes having to come in and get involved. And didn't know who the one thing was. It might be the villain. I think it was like a blue guy or green guy or whatever. But yeah, I'll have to watch the trailer again and take a deeper look. Maybe so, JT, but we ain't got flying cars yet. Yeah, we ain't got no flying cars. I did see people have jetpacks now, though. They can fly.
Yeah, those look fun.
Yeah. Fred and Barney are poor and live in the dirt with the Stones. The Jetsons are rich and live in the sky. That would be interesting here on the same timeline, but the technology, like the Flintstones will be using the old stuff they use on the Flintstones, and the Jetsons will have new stuff. It just, Movies I can't wait for the film industry to be forced to start making original content. First studio that finds writers with talent will win. Blockbuster days is going. Yeah, I think there's still some good movies that are coming up with some originality, but we do have a lot of remakes that take place. There's some
a lot of like live action.
Yeah. Well, one of the interesting things I saw was I was reading the other day on Facebook, the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Great movie. Really good movie. Yes.
And initially, they asked Hulk Hogan to do the role. And Hulk Hogan was like, "You don't want me for that role." He turned it down. He's like, he had done like No Holds Barred and a few other things. He's like, "If I do that role, this is such a good script. It looks like it'll be a flop and no one will buy it or whatever like that, everything." And then
because I'm a terrible actor.
I couldn't even picture Hogan doing it now.
Yeah.
That was such a great movie.
Yeah, and then it went to Mickey Rourke, and then it's like, history was made there or whatever. But yeah, Hogan would have been a flop. But it's always funny seeing actors that were like the first pick of a studio to do a movie, and then they don't do it, and somebody else ends up doing it, and it's just like, how it works out.
Oh, like Tom Selleck, he was supposed to be Indiana Jones.
Was he really back in the day?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, Tom Selleck was supposed to be Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I can't see Magnum P.I. pulling that one off myself, but
no, I don't think so. But I mean, you never know if he would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, me either. I'm like, real. I don't know about that. Higgins couldn't do it without Higgins.
Higgins.
Oh, Higgins.
Cliffhanger was an anime video game.
Yeah, it was a Laserdisc game, just like Space Ace and Dragon Slayer was.
I think it's Gallagher Machine. My favorite is at my favorite laundromat in hometown. Did the laundry and play the game. Yeah, Gallagher's just it's just classic. Spy Hunter had a cool soundtrack when you drove the car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Penguin was excellent. Best tease. Yeah, Penguin. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, off the chain. One of the best DC adaptations or anything that I saw there. So great casting, because you would not tell that the Penguin is Colin Farrell when you watch that. There's no way you can tell that is actually Colin Farrell when you're watching it without somebody saying that's Colin Farrell. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate that. Batman and Robin from the 60s series. That was the fun Batman and Robin back then. That was like the
that's when my dad used to watch every Sunday. I was like, God, terrible.
You talk about a show that probably had a bunch of dad jokes. It was probably the old Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that Neil's Star Trek. I was like,
and seriously, how did Batman know how to have everything he needed on his belt at the time he was needed? Like,
right, true.
Getting dropped in the ocean, he's like, I just get my shark repellent. Like, who has shark repellent just on their belt when they get dropped in the ocean?
Yeah, nobody. What do you got that for? Don't worry about it.
I just happened to put it on my belt today. Yeah. Of course, we fell for Gilligan's Island too. Like, again, we talked about that before. Like a 3-hour cruise. Well, 3-hour cruise. Who packs for a 3-hour cruise? And why did the house have all their clothes with them? Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And how did Skipper and Gilligan last that long with no clothes except what they brought on their back? Right.
Yeah.
Like they should have been down to threads at that point. Having the open house on Sunday the 29th. Drive on up. Oh, nice, JT. What's the open house for there? In the 80s, Shane would be spoken about in hushed tones. There goes the Cubert hater, they say. His anger could not be vanquished. Coming soon, Shane the Shamer, the Cubert story. That sounds like a good
Actually, you know what?
Actually.
That might be fun, something to do. I might do that, Emerson. Maybe I'm going to write that down. You guys know I got to write everything down or I forget.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do a quick little 5-minute or 10-minute little mini movie about me playing Hubert and going ballistic.
Yeah,
that's
Shane,
pretty hilarious.
Tell Shannon. Shane writes stuff down. That's why I tell her to bring a notebook.
Yes.
Oh, I have to. If I don't write stuff down, I completely forget.
I have notebooks everywhere, pens everywhere. I'm always writing shit down.
You never know what ideas they're going to hit. You just never know.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got a bad memory, so I have to.
Yeah. Emerson 7 in the 80s. Shane would be spoken about in Hush Tone. Oh, wait a minute. You already hit that one. Okay, that was the other one.
You read that one already.
Yeah, it came up twice on my thing there.
Okay.
Frogger, me crossing the street twice in my life. Frogger did come to mind. Yeah, some of those streets. Well, you've been hit a couple times, Vanessa, too. So yeah, that would be a little dangerous. I've been playing Tetris online. Tetris was one of those games too that came along and just took by storm. Just like caught people, like people were into that puzzle type thing on figuring out how to do it.
Did you ever see that movie that they made about the guy who did that? I think it was on Apple TV.
I never saw the movie. I know about it, but never saw the movie.
I haven't seen it either. About Tetris?
Yeah. Okay. The guy who played Elton John in the Elton John biography, he plays, I think he was Russian, and the guy who Tetris and like this was like Iron Curtain stuff and trying to like break. It was like supposed to be really good. I didn't see it, but like the clip, like the preview looked awesome.
Huh.
Yeah, the History Channel, one of their series is the toys that built America. I'm big on the History Channel, watching their different series on like that. And one of them was about the guys that did Tetris on there, and they were in Russia and behind it. And basically, the guy that created it had to like hide it because he was working for the KGB at the time. And if the KGB saw him doing something that was not KGB stuff, he'd have been in trouble for it. So, kind of an interesting tale.
Yeah, I think the movie was Apple TV.
Okay.
And I love the History Channel. I turn into my father. I have to have the History Channel on when I go to bed, and I'm just like falling asleep.
It depends when you watch the History Channel because it can freak you out at some point. Like you can go to sleep talking about the machines that built America, and the next thing you wake up, you got the guy with the poofy hair talking about the aliens invading down in South America somewhere.
I watch World War II stuff. I'm like, don't you know what happened? I'm like, well, I think we won, but I don't know. But I got to watch.
Well, they flip it though. It's like history to a point, and then it becomes a whole aliens or after us type thing or something. So yeah,
Dave, that's what my brother is. My dad used to watch Andy Griffith all the time.
Yeah,
and knew it like word for word every single episode. My brother's the same way now. He's watching them all. I was like, you're just like Dad was. You know, he could name them all. He's like, oh, I love that show. I was like, yeah, so did he. My mom used to get so aggravated, like, you're watching this again? You know what's going to happen, right? We watched it a bazillion times.
It's like, look, I watch Josie Wales every time, too, and I know what's going to happen. But you know what? It's still a good freaking movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Josie Wales. Pale Rider.
Yeah, Pale Rider.
I love Pale Rider. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Those Westerns, like, I don't know. It's classic, and Clint Eastwood is just so good. And the role that he does there. But I was watching Josie Wales like a few weeks ago again. It was just on, and my wife won't watch it with me because I'll sit there and I'll do the lines that they're doing. She's like, "Why are you going to watch a movie? You know the lines are." Because I'm like, it's that's just what you do. It's good to me. Watching Josie Wales is like back in the day going to Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what's going to happen. You know the lines. You know they're going to throw rice at you when they do the wedding scene, all kind of. But you're still in it. You're still for the fun. It's for the fun. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they got 6 inches up in Wisconsin, Daddy said. So, yes. Yeah, I think there was a front coming through, like from down through and everything. So, 2 hard rains here.
6 inches, according to who?
Well, depends who took the measurement of the snow, right? Yeah. You think it's 6, but really.
Yeah.
So it's just like dusty, basically, is what you said.
Yeah.
You were on the side of a hill, so it was not as deep as you thought it was.
Yeah.
That's good, Todd. That's good. Evolution wins every time in bad weather, right? 121 miles per hour at 2 a.m. just east of Pecos, Texas. State trooper let me go. 121.
Well, he probably let you go because he thought you were going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I probably let Vanessa go there, yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, no, let her go.
Favorite part of the night, Rock talking to the Canadian about driving, saying, no rush, no rush. Meanwhile, I watched Shane's face in store as he realizes Kitty Lee would have been pissed off.
Right?
Rush rules.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Emerson, you kill me, son.
It's always.
Mild winter so far in southern Indiana, Vanessa. Flintstones had an alien guy always show. Yeah, he did have the alien guy that would show up on the Flintstones.
The Great Kazoo.
The great,
Yeah. That's right.
Last week, 2 to 3 inches overnight of heavy rains. Hey, what's up, Dee? Have a good night, everyone. The wife wants to get Stephen King's The Outsider. Oh, is that a new one that just came out? I have not seen that. Okay. Enjoy. I guess no golf for you tomorrow because it's wintertime. It's wintertime. Although he's probably like going to Top Golf or something, or
I would say
one of those places.
I don't think that's going to stop him.
Or you could always switch over to disc golf because disc golf we play all year round.
Do you really, even in the winter?
Yeah, we play winter. Yep.
In the snow and everything?
In the snow and everything.
Okay.
Damn Canadians.
Speaking of ball, where Harrison Ford had the Star Wars franchise, Indiana Jones franchise, and Tom Clancy franchise all at once, and it was never typecast. He's a walking paycheck. Yeah. He's
still good in his 80s. Like Shrinking is such a great role that he's in. I mean, he's still phenomenal.
That show is so good.
Yeah.
Well, he even did the Yellowstone thing, right? So they were good up to they got him on that one too.
And he's in the new Captain America.
Yeah, he's in the new Captain America as well.
Yeah.
So
still going strong.
He's a Renaissance man, as they used to say back in the day.
Yep.
I need to get another glass so I can get another beer, but I will be right back. You guys, talk amongst yourself. Topic: better Christmas dish.
Better Christmas dish.
Ham or deviled eggs?
Oh, I hate deviled eggs.
Ham.
Well,
I like deviled eggs, but ham every day. And not only ham, you guys know where this is going. You guys already know where this is going. Not only ham, but maple glazed ham.
I mean, of course, that you throw that in there for sure.
Yeah,
I throw it in everything.
That actually wasn't a fair fight.
Yeah.
Better Christmas dessert, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about what's being seen as the best beers of 2024 for Christmas when I come back. Better Christmas dessert: apple pie a la mode or
B.
Yeah, whatever the other one is.
B.
I was trying to think of a certain cake, but James is not, and I kept cracking up. Red velvet.
Sorry.
Red velvet cake or apple pie a la mode. And I'll be back in a second.
That's not Christmas dessert, so you get those all around.
Well, what's Christmas dessert? I don't know.
Now we're going back to the movies again. I feel.
What do you want?
Peppermint bark.
You want a fruit cake? Nobody wants a fruit cake.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a fruit cake.
It's like peppermint bark or something.
All right. Worst drink, Malort or Jägermeister?
Malort.
How's that?
Malort.
There's no question there. Yeah. I like Jaeger. Okay.
Yeah, as I said, Malort is the worst. Sorry, Dave. I don't remember. Do you like Malort, Dave? Yeah.
Yes,
God, that's so gross. That is so gross. I still have mine here somewhere too.
Dave,
from when I was in Chicago last.
I tried it over the summer. I was like, I didn't think it was terrible like everybody said it was. I thought it was going to be god awful. I'm like, it's not bad.
It was god awful. Now, it's funny because there was a couple people that came up this year that tried it that hadn't had it before, and they were like, "Oh, this isn't as bad." But when we did it in Chicago, we had those little teeny bottles like Dave did, Dave's got there. I don't know if there's a difference drinking out of the small bottle as opposed to the big 26 or the 40, whatever the hell Mallory brought up. So, but it was awful. It was awful.
And Mal kept saying the same thing. She's like, "No, this is terrible." I'm like, "But it's not." I don't know if in my mind I was thinking it would be way worse because everybody was saying how bad it was. I was like,
I mean, you're doing it as a shot. It's not like you're sipping it and savoring it. You're just pounding it down. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I never have Malort again, I will be a happy man.
That'd be too soon.
You better give me
So
the wrong.
bad.
You better give me the wrong PO box when I send you some shit.
Oh, that doesn't
Oh
remind
my
me.
God, that was
I still need to get something out to you guys,
Yeah, we'll
the
exchange
best.
addresses.
to you and Ray,
Yeah.
for over the summer. I've been late on that. I know. I was wanting to get some stuff out to you,
Yeah, for sure.
so I need to get.
Well, like I said, I was hoping to be down there. Well, I guess this last weekend, right?
Well, yeah.
But that didn't work out. So,
So
and of course, I was bitter about it all weekend, and I kept telling her, I'm like, I said, instead of being here, we could have been having fun with Todd and Shannon. I'm just saying, and she'd be like, okay, I know.
let me know as soon as you can what dates might pop up, so I can get some time. So I can take off for whatever.
Oh yeah, I'll give you lots of notice, Todd. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Well, I figured you would. But...
Yeah. Or maybe I'll just show up unannounced and like, hey, you guys have gone away for the weekend? Oh, crap. Okay. Well, let me see what I can do down here.
That's fine too, because we usually don't leave too far from the house anyway. So
yeah. No, the weekend if I was come down and do a surprise visit, which I'm never going to do, by the way, but if I was going to, that would be the one weekend you and Shannon are somewhere else for the weekend. That's what my timing's like.
Cincinnati visiting Rod or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, son of a bitch, I got to turn around and go back to Cincinnati now.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You went too far, Shane. You went too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. So a quick look at the poll. Charlie Brown is still winning. Charlie Brown's holding it down. He's holding the pole position. Just going to throw that out there. 39% for Charlie Brown. Second, we have Grinch That Stole Christmas at 28%. And then we have a tie in third with Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph at 17%. So Charlie Brown is still pulling away. I mean,
I like Charlie Brown. That and the Grinch is 1A, 1B for me. But
yeah, so make sure if y'all haven't voted on the poll, make sure you vote for the better of the cartoon animated series. You haven't voted yet? Well, there you go.
No, I haven't.
But he's going Charlie Brown anyway, so it's going to be picking up Charlie Brown more.
I got 3 different Google logins. I'm gonna have to go.
I was thinking the same thing, Dave. I might have to do that too. Hey, all of a sudden Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's in first. How did that happen?
We're gonna get audited. We're gonna get audited for voter integrity.
Let me go to my Beer in Front login. Let me go to my Union login. Yeah.
Right, who's running the polls here? This is tanked.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So if you haven't voted, make sure you vote in the poll out there.
Not a poll unless it's tanked.
Let me see here. Go back down. Charlie Brown is the GOAT. As Trent said, Charlie Brown's the GOAT.
That's like depressing as hell, that whole series.
Right, Dave?
It's just sad, depressing. Like that one thing I sent you guys in the chat. You got to read that. I mean, there's some foul language in there, so I don't want to read it here, but fucking miserable.
Deviled eggs do make butter farts. You're true about that, I make 4 fruit cakes come month. 4 fruit cakes?
God.
Why, Vanessa? Why?
Do you know 4 people that like fruitcake? That's 4 more people than I know.
That is a better question for sure.
Right? I don't know 4 people that like fruitcake. I honestly don't.
Who was on your naughty list? Who's on your naughty list, Vanessa? Yeah.
They have to be serial killers.
And then another batch of plum pudding.
Okay, that's better.
Get with me on the Instagram account, Shane. I will ship it to you, US ad. Yeah, she says you were going earlier. She has the bottle for you.
Oh, you already got it. Oh, fantastic! Yeah. I'll definitely get a hold of you after the live, Vanessa, for sure.
Yeah, it is a gift.
No. I know how much that is. No, thank you. I appreciate it, but no.
Santa get you a ton of Canadian maple syrup.
That's right.
Back up
best maple syrup in the world.
That's right. Yeah.
Best maple syrup in the world coming down to you. There you go.
Oh, let me see here. Charles was famously suffered from depression for years. Yeah. Well, a lot of famous artists have definitely dealt with that, or personalities as well. Charlie Brown ain't nothing to fuck with. Preach. Going Wu-Tang with Charlie Brown. I see you, Emerson. Oh, the Deer and Rudolph were bullies. They were
complete assholes.
They
All of them.
Oh, my two brothers and I eat the fruitcake. Well, there you go. They like fruitcake.
All right.
Oh, but she's got the goose eggnog too right now. She's probably made.
Oh, that's right too. I forgot she does that.
Yeah. I gave 9 each and kept 2 for myself. Wait a minute. 9 each? There are still 2 more bottles at the store of Utopia went to buy eventually. So they basically see the spot that has sitting on Utopia.
I vote Vanessa's place for the brew tubers get together next year.
Right. Yeah. Reindeer jerky, just saying.
Oh, there we go. and that's why we want to go down and have the get together at Vanessa's house. Because we're gonna have smoked squirrel and all this other great stuff. The duck eggnog.
Yeah. Right.
Is Vanessa technically lower than you or above you, or she's in Connecticut?
I believe she's below.
She's below for you still.
I think I'd have to go look at the map now.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, because I'm pretty south as far as there's a lot of states that are more north than I am.
Right. And that's what
I come down in that little hook in Ontario. Where's my damn maps?
Oops, I keep 2 and give 1 to each to my brother. Okay, so you keep 2 of them. I am southeast, she said of you, she thinks.
Connecticut, USA.
Yeah, right. Buffalo got some snow. I think our boy Joe got some stuff there his way.
Oh yeah, she's a little bit south and not way east, but just southeast. Yeah, it's not even that far, probably, really.
Well, it's kind of nice having Shane on here tonight because the next beer I'm going to get is actually from that same spot that gave me the sign from the highway. Like, here's your sign. Stop and buy craft beer right here. It's going to be from it's a local brewery here in Cincinnati. Yet I got it when I was away from Cincinnati because I've never seen it yet in Cincinnati. Because I'm trying to avoid buying more beer. But I saw it and I was like, I cannot resist to pick that up. And it comes from our Urban Artifact. It is called the Cabriole. It is a maple berry Midwest.
Oh, there we go.
Fruit tart. Ooh. So Shane might be kind of caught up on this one because 1, it has maple, which he enjoys.
Yes,
but 2 is probably a sour, which he does not enjoy. So it's kind of like, how do you walk that road? We're about to find out here.
This one for a second until you mentioned sour.
Cranberry, blueberry, strawberry, fig, maple syrup, vanilla bean, and cinnamon. Right. So an interesting mix.
I'm not sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Got a ballerina on the back there, which we never talked about Christmas. We never talked about the Nutcracker. Do you guys watch the Nutcracker? Because that's like a big holiday thing.
Nope.
I'm not a ballet type person. I don't think I have either. So yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've never seen it. So
I know the song. I know like how the song goes or the melody, the main song. But yeah. Reward the curious. Well, I'm curious. So let's see what my reward is here. And this comes in. Let's see this damn label. 10% ABV. Oh, that magical sound of a cracking of a new beer. Come to love that sound over the years. Oh, it's kind of pinkish, blushish.
I'll say it looks like pink lemonade.
Yeah, with all those berries in there, you'd have to figure it has some color to it.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Sure. Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink.
Lemonade.
That's old school from back in the day. If you never seen Delirious or Raw, you missed out. Yeah, it's definitely. That's a sour. Look how fast that head is just dissipated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's definitely a sour. Smells like a sour. Tartness on the nose. Yeah. That maple and blueberry, though.
Yeah, that works good together for sure.
Yeah, you definitely get the fig. It's like
any maple.
Yeah, the maple and the blueberry come right out in the beginning. It's like a Christmas candy. It's like some type of candy, like in a candy dish at Christmas. I think in some of those candies, like they're in a little wrapper, you got to unwrap them or something. Kind of those fancy type candies.
It's got like the little Christmas tree in the middle with the red around it.
Yeah, like a little thing. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
You know, you hold your nose in the air when you get those candies type thing. Like, this ain't no Tootsie Rolls, son.
Yeah. I love those grandma candies.
Those are grandma candies.
Yeah.
You don't get the booziness of it, though. I mean, a 4-pack of these, 10% ABV, it might catch up with you, but definitely get the sour, definitely get the tartness. It's got a nice feel overall. That maple comes back later on in the aftertaste and the finish and stuff, too. That fig comes back. I'm digging it. I mean,
so that's a legit 10%.
It's legit.
Not at 450 North 10%.
No. Again, you do have that tartness up front. Yeah. Well, yeah. I got 450 North, that whole thing. Yeah. You have the tartness up front though. That definitely does hit, but it settles down rather easily. That I like that finish on it. I like the maple on the back end. I like the blueberry on the back end. Getting a little bit of that strawberry. I mean, all the stuff on the can is kind of coming through in that aftertaste of the beer. I mean, this can Christmassy type beer. I don't know, maybe grab these and watch the Nutcracker or something, you know.
Sounds good. I'd try that.
It's not bad.
Like, I'm not fussy on the sour part of it, but I mean, there's been a couple sours that I've actually enjoyed.
Well, the one thing with Urban, no, I was saying the one thing with Urban Artifact, they dial it in so well. I mean, they not just here in Cincinnati are they kind of the premier sour wild type brewery, but across the country, people look at Urban Artifact now like knowing know what they're doing. So this one, it hits. I'm digging it.
Might have to try that one out.
Yeah. God, I haven't drank beer like I haven't drank beer like this in a while, so I'm kind of like I'm in that kind of that roll, you know. You start getting that roll, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting another one. The engine's running right now. The Charger's gassed up. We're what on 80? We're on 80. Let's get that to 110. Let's get it to 120. Let's get it rolling. I was like, no,
that's right.
You got to go to work in the morning. You need to start tapering back down.
Is that 110 kilometers or miles per hour?
Yeah. Are we on the Canadian freeway or the American freeway? Right. Yeah.
That's right.
The engine is purring right now, though. That's all I'm saying. Engine is purring.
Yeah.
Let me see here. 399 miles from Niagara is where Vanessa is. That's not bad.
What is that? 6 hours? 5 hours or something?
If you're going 70 miles an hour, I mean, you're there within like 6 hours.
If you're A and this is B,
depend on traffic.
Yeah, it's 6.5 hours basically.
And construction, because construction seems to be everywhere nowadays when you drive.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. We crack nuts during the holidays. Yes, that's funny, Vanessa. Crack big old walnuts. I know. Candies are nice indeed. I have not made my caramel. She's making caramels. Caramels. Man.
Those would be good too.
And maple syrup, blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
There we go. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah. Which I still got a fondness for Sue Ann because that breakfast still sticks right here. Like, yeah, that was with that maple butter and maple syrup. That was legit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Cholesterol might have been up that day, but I was willing to risk it.
After January 20th, we're going to be trading beer for maple syrup, Shane. Well, with the tariffs coming to effect,
exactly right.
Yeah,
Shane's wife made us a breakfast that was just fit for a king.
Also.
Yeah, the maple butter, that was the capper right there.
Yeah, that was the best touch on that. I think was the maple butter.
Nutcracker, why celebrate now? She bust my balls the other 11 months as well. Bryce Clay likes to let her sing and smiles, but on the inside he feels bad for actual nuts. I wonder if like the young people, like what would like some of the, I don't even know, what's the latest generation? Is it Z? Is it Y? Whatever.
Yeah.
Because I've seen stuff where they're like, they see old Seinfeld and they get offended by it now. I'm like, what would they do with an Andrew Dice Clay performance? They'd probably be like,
or Sam Kinison or George Carlin or Richard Pryor,
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Norton, I know you.
But they'll watch Dave Chappelle, so it can't be too offended, right? Like,
yeah, that's
although
true.
I think some of them do get offended by Dave Chappelle at points.
But, a lot of people get offended. Yeah.
Oh my God. People get offended too easily about stupid stuff nowadays.
Absolutely.
Well, good comedian will make you laugh and make you think. That's the mark of a good comedian.
I mean, that was Carlin.
Yeah,
Carlin, brilliant.
Yeah,
he was
Pryor, all of them, really.
Yeah, because there's humor in the truth or the situation they're actually pulling it from.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw like people get offended when like people say like comedians make fun of stuff. Like any joke is going to have somebody at that root of at the end of being made fun of, right? That's just being comedian. That's just the comedy. That's just the way it goes. I mean, no matter who you look at, stuff that Robin Williams used to do or Ricky Gervais does or some of these other ones, there's always like somebody that might be kind of offended, but there's also a humor in being able to laugh at situations as well.
Yeah.
Well, what bothers me is when people go to these like comedy shows and they go see, whoever the hell it is, doesn't matter. And then he says something that maybe somebody takes offense to. And there's always that one asshole in the audience that starts causing trouble. It's like, it's a joke. Like, relax. Yeah. Like, it's supposed to be funny. Yeah, it's going to offend some people because that's funny. But don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. It's supposed to be fun.
And not every joke works. Yeah,
Yeah. And if you're getting offended by it, and if you're getting offended by it, that's not the comedian's fault. That's your fault. Because we like even the four of us here on screen. I mean, we all grew up in different areas of the world in different countries and different upbringing. So what may offend me might not offend Rod. But if we're at a comedy club and I'm like, oh, that's if he does a Canadian joke, I'm not going to be, oh, hey, you shouldn't be making fun of Canadians, man. We're good people. No, I'm going to laugh like, yeah, hey, that's us. Okay, you're right. I don't understand why people get mad. I don't understand why they get mad at all. Like I had when I was in Winnipeg there back in October, hanging out with Alan. We went to a comedy club, and I'm in Winnipeg. Okay, I'm wearing a Calgary Flames hat, sitting in the front row at a comedy club, knowing full well that I'm going to get picked on, and I did, because Calgary actually played Winnipeg that night. They were playing in Calgary, not Winnipeg, unfortunately. And the guy's like, he's doing his bit, and he stopped. He's like, he goes, "Hey, is that a Calgary Flames hat?" He goes, "We played you guys tonight, right? You guys lost. You fucking loser!" And he kept grilling me a little bit about it. And I'm like, yeah, we lost. What am I gonna do? I just have fun.
Yeah,
whatever.
Everybody was.
You should have.
Both of our teams started in Atlanta.
You should have go back from. You should have been like, I don't know. I'm a tourist. I'm from Chicago. Someone told me you met Chicago. You should have got
Chicago Firehand. Yeah. Both the Calgary Flames and the Winnipeg Jets started out as a franchise in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool. I think I've mentioned this on your show before. I don't know if you guys noticed if you watch hockey at all, but on the Calgary uniforms, all the alternate captains have the A, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed, the A on the Calgary Flames is actually the old Atlanta Flames logo, because that's where Calgary came from.
I think the last time we talked together, I have an Atlanta Flames sweater.
That's right too. I remember you mentioning that. Yeah.
As a kid, like that logo was just like so cool to me. So like I found it, and I think Fanatics or whatever, but I'm like, all right, I'm getting it. So I have my Atlanta Flames sweater, and I've been eyeing a Quebec Nordiques one, which I want to get because of the fleur-de-lis. I love the fleur-de-lis on the bottom, but like those old school 70s hockey jerseys, the old LA Kings with the purple and gold.
LA Kings, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking about video
for
games
sure.
earlier. Back in the day, when we used to play like Sega. I was like big on the LA Kings back then. That was one of my hockey teams for NHL back in the day. Let's just say if you played hockey back in the day on video games, NHL '94 was the best hockey
94
game
was
ever
yeah.
done. '94 was the one. Yeah,
that was awesome.
He was on there. Was he?
Yeah. That was Gretzky in there. Yeah, that was the addition you wanted. That was the best one they did. So
yeah, for sure.
Drinking an Upper Hand IPA, super tasty. Nice. I don't know about Upper Hand. Hartford Whalers were the last hockey team I watched in person.
Oh, Hartford Whalers. Yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
That's a great logo with the
Atlanta Thrashers game in 2007. There you go.
Yeah, they have a hard time keeping a team in Atlanta.
They want another one there.
I've never been to an actual NHL game, but we used to have a minor league team in Louisville, like a AAA team or whatever, and that was fun. I used to love going to those games in person. Like, I can't watch it on TV, but I like it on video games and in person. They were awesome to watch.
Oh, we got to get you to a game, Todd.
Yeah, hockey's definitely
we got to get you to a game
you need to see live.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, hockey's much better live. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Especially when you realize
there's so much more going on than what the TV can show you.
Yeah. I mean, even in Cincinnati, although it was just an IHL team, the Cyclones were fun to actually go to, to actually watch there on the ice and everything. So,
and the best part about going to an NHL game, now I don't like sitting right at the glass. I like to sit probably about 12 or 15 rows back, just because you get to see the ice better. But if you're sitting right near the glass, and you can actually see how fast these guys are when they're skating by, and it's ridiculous. You're like, holy crap! Like, because on TV you don't really realize. I mean, they're skating fast, but when they're skating by you and they're right in front of you, you're like, holy crap, man! These guys are fast.
That's what
you don't realize how fast it is.
That's what I'm saying. TV doesn't do it justice. Not the fact that the camera has trouble keeping up with the puck around the rink. It's like it's so much better in person. Like that's one. That's one of the
first thing
you got to watch that in person.
The first game I ever went to, my old man took me to a Blackhawks game, and they weren't good back then, but they played the Islanders, and this was just the start when you had Bossy, Trottier. This was the start of the Islanders dynasty. And my dad got tickets. We were front row, right behind the glass, right behind Tony Esposito, who was the goalie of Chicago. And he was my favorite player growing up. I loved Tony Esposito. And Islanders just lit up the Blackhawks. It wasn't even close. But, like, you're sitting there, and I was probably, like, 10, 11 years old, and we were, like, right behind the glass. And just, like, people were just getting checked right in front of us, and it was just, like, you're backing up, like, what the fuck is this? But it was just, like, so cool. Just, you got to see a game in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Little right at the wall, just off the goal. Blood soon shows up on the glass. Hockey players smashing their faces into it. Yeah.
Yep.
Grew up ice skating from really young. In Alaska, I would sometimes ice skate 3 miles from the hospital over to my office in the commissary when everything was froze over. So Vanessa ice skates too. She does everything.
Of course,
she does everything.
Well, it was probably easier to ice skate, to be honest.
Yeah,
probably.
It was probably easier than to drive.
Vanessa would like fucking stab some like roadkill with her ice skate and then cook it.
Probably.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
And it was probably one of the most delicious things you've ever had in your entire life.
Vanessa's probably skating and smoking something in her backpack.
Yeah.
To eat along the way, some jerky or something.
Yeah.
Some bison or whatever.
Used to go to the Phoenix Coyote games. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, as we are just under a week out from Chris, can you believe that? Which hopefully, if you guys are planning to ship Amazon, hopefully you ship by now, because if you did not know, some of the places are on strikes.
Yeah.
Didn't know if you knew that or not. So if you didn't ship it out in time,
love that.
yeah. If you didn't ship out in time, well, it might get there a little bit later, but it'll be a nice surprise when it does.
We're close to one of their centers here, and when I went to I just dropped my earbud. Hold on. When I went to check the mail, there were 2 packages outside, so they got scab drivers.
Oh, I'm sure they got something going on.
Don't let me see them, but they got some scab drivers. Hold on, I got to find my earbud.
All right.
Well, see, that's been our problem up here too, because our postal service has been on strike for like the past month.
Really?
And the government just forced them to go back to work on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because they're still so far apart, and we haven't had any mail moving in a month. And all these small businesses are like, I can't get my product. I can't get my pay to this person. I can't get this. So the government said, yeah, you guys are too far apart. Yeah, go back to fucking work.
That's kind of interesting. I never think about a government agency actually striking.
Well, because I mean, when you lose your postal service, you're basically crippling the whole country.
Definitely.
Because there's a lot of businesses that rely on mail for their product, or like I said, even just like bill payments, or hey, you send your
might
check
have
through
some
the mail.
people that rely on their medications and stuff too. Like
yes, there was that too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean,
yeah,
I
so
worked
they
in
just
the airline industry, and Clinton back in '93, maybe, like he put the kibosh down on a pilot strike.
Yeah, I really had a pilot strike back
and he's
then,
just like, nope, not going to happen. Maybe it was later. Maybe it was like 95, 96, but like they were going to go on strike, and he's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You know, it's an essential service, and you're not going to do it. I mean, just like, you know, you can't have paramedics going on strike, or firemen, or, you know, police officers. There's just some rules for essential things. You can't strike.
Well, depending on what may happen this past weekend, if this next weekend, if you don't get everything done by tomorrow, government may shut down in some areas. So that'll be interesting to kind of see what happens. So they're in a fight right now on some bill they're trying to get passed. But c'est la vie. We like to play things close to the vest here in America, Shane. That's how we do. We get to the witching hour, and then we'll decide.
I was gonna ask you, Shane, is your all's beer depot thing or whatever on strike still, or no?
No. I think they went back to work like the week after you guys were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, the Americans
week after you guys were here.
We're open. The
Americans are gone.
The Americans
open up.
are gone. Let's go. We're going back to work now. They're gone.
That's right.
We'll go back to work.
Which is probably good for me, because I'd probably dropped a bunch of dollars that I didn't need to drop anyway.
You guys know a guy though. So I mean, if you do need stuff from up here, you know a guy. You know, not a big deal.
I'm sure there's other breweries besides Flying Monkeys that I'd probably need to try up there. So yeah.
Well, Flying Monkeys is a little bit north, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Whenever we see when I see a lot of Canadian guys, it's always like a Flying Monkeys beer that seems to pop up. But I know from being up there, like the stuff that you have there. But yeah,
we got some decent beers up here.
Except that one that we still ended up stumbling into that we probably didn't want to stumble into, which
that I told you guys not to go to. I specifically told you, do not go to this brewery. What did they do? Let's go check out this brewery.
I tried not to. I went to the distillery next door thinking it was something separate, not realizing they were ordering beers from the brewery next door.
Yeah, it's the same company. Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, damn it, they got me. And then freaking Alan goes up to the beer garden, so he can get a new beer to clean out his bad taste from the other beer. So I was like, you didn't tell me you were going to the other one. I would have went to the beer garden too. JT says, I've never been able to hang with roller skates. I wouldn't dream of ice skating. Roller skating back in the day was fun though. I like roller skating.
Yeah, for sure. That was fun.
First year in Alaska, October 31st, 1982. Over 20 feet of snow on the ground. That's a lot of snow.
Jeez.
Solidarity. We took the roller skating pretty easy. My brothers and I would start whip chains at the roller skating ring. Oh yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah. So postal workers, pay them what they are worth. I don't know. Are the postal workers not getting paid enough out there, you think? Or is it just
they're doing a bunch. I think they're going for obviously wage increase, of course, benefits. Yeah. But now they're trying to they also want to, which this doesn't make any sense to me. They're trying to they want to implement Saturday deliveries, because we don't have mail delivery on Saturday or Sunday up here. Just Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just Monday to Friday. So they want to say, we want to deliver mail on Saturday too. But like, postal service really doesn't get used for mail that much anymore, really, because a lot of people do like paperless billing and stuff like that. So there's not as much mail as there used to be, say, 10 years ago. But now they want to expand it. They want to expand an extra day. I'm like, well, what are you going to deliver on that extra day? Like, you've hardly got any mail. Like, I hardly have any mail coming to my house nowadays.
No, it's packages.
packages and flyers.
Yeah, but if you do,
like as far as like mail goes,
if you do like Amazon or something like that, they come with Amazon or FedEx, or they're not using the postal service, right? So
right,
you have other services coming in, like because we do Monday through Saturday in the States. Although you do get some stuff on Sunday if it's something special that was kind of done with some of the postal stuff.
Yeah,
right.
They want to get Saturday delivery. You got to pay them 1/7. Got to give them 1/7 bonus.
Got it. Yeah, that's right.
But I don't think there's
union
enough.
Steward. I'll be their union steward. Let me get down. Let me get up to Canada.
Don't get me started on unions. Don't get me started on unions. But
fuck that. I'm a union steward. God damn it, pay the motherfuckers.
I understand, but I don't.
Saturdays, pay them.
Dave,
come on, Justin. Pay the guys.
I can understand.
Episode, an international incident breaks out on Rod J's Happy Hour. No, go ahead.
No, I can understand if there was enough demand for a Saturday delivery, but I don't think I don't think they're delivering enough stuff to require an extra day. I really don't. I don't know. I'm no expert in friggin' postal service stuff, but
I think you're right though.
I don't think there's enough call to do an extra day.
Yeah, I mean, depending on if it's worth it or not. I mean, that's got to be something looked into, right?
If the company wants a 6-day, pay the workers an extra 1/7 in pay. Put it in there.
But I don't think they require the extra day. Give them their wage increase. Give them their wage increase. I got no problem with that. I think everybody should have a wage increase once a year.
I see Dave doing the extra day, and in my mind, for some reason, I go back to Goodfellas. It's like fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
Absolutely.
Oh no, like I said, pay the guys.
Before our informational picketing, before we have our new contract, I showed that picture to my union president. And I said, his name is Q. I'm like, Q, can I walk around with it?
Not Cuber.
No, let's not start that. But I'm like, Q, my man, let me walk around with this sign. He's like, Dave, I will kill you myself if you walk around with a fuck you, pay me placard.
I think that's a good fellow negotiation right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, pay the workers and get back to work. There you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got no problem with them. Like wage increase, give it to them. Like these guys are. I mean, delivering mail's hard. I mean, you're out there, sleet, snow, all that other good crap, like they always say.
Oh yeah.
Dogs.
No doubt about teachers. I mean, teachers are definitely not paying enough for what they have to put up with. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, Todd, wink. You know a guy for us. LOL. Just kidding. Yeah.
You do know a guy. You do know a guy. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Follow Shane's advice on what not to visit.
That's right. And they all paid the price for that. They all paid the price.
Although I will say I did make the one beer choice that I was like, it's not terrible compared to what everybody else had gotten. So, mine did not taste like charcoal brunette, as one reviewer said on his beer.
That was a bad beer. That was a bad beer.
That was a bad one.
Because I had a sip of it. It was bad.
We gotta get Todd some artwork on that wall.
Yeah. Well, he's actually at a different angle because in the other wall he's usually on. He does have the signs behind him. So
we gotta get Todd some posters or something. Yeah. Some of those tin tackers he could put up back there.
Right?
Yeah.
Get him a beer background or something.
Yeah.
Get him a green. Somebody get that man a green screen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. But Rod, I'm liking the new digs there. So you got like the nice like Dewey Decimal System back there. These little nice shelves. You got the trucker hats in the back. You got a nice little set. Todd, Todd. Todd, we gotta get you some artwork, my man.
I love the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
The funny part was when I saw that, I thought the exact.
Yeah.
You got fucking Dewey Decimal fucking library cards back there.
Yeah,
it's got to be something else. Maybe I'm just missing it. So it's funny that you mentioned that. That's awesome.
Where did I put that book? Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just lost my earphone.
Yeah.
Oh, earphones are down.
Let me go to my rating system back here. Oh yeah.
The bottom row is losing earphones left and right.
Yeah.
So,
apparently,
but I feel naked back here because there's nothing on the walls. But I'm like, our goal is to be out within 6 months. So I don't want to put anything up because we'll be moving to try to find a house or whatever. But it's like
You're talking about Rod's duodecimal system.
Yeah, I do have my award back there, right there.
I see that. Your little Academy Award.
Oh, this way. I got my little Rod J. BeerVentures Funko Pop. I can move my head out the way.
Yeah.
I got the little YouTube TV behind me. Wait a minute, wrong arm. This arm? Yeah. So it's actually our show is actually on behind me right now. So there's our show behind us. Got the hats and stuff. So got some different stuff in the background. Oh, what is that one? Southern Tier.
French toast. There you go.
I've seen that one, but never tried that one. Okay.
Imperial Ale.
Very nice. Our post office does an Amazon package on Sundays as well. So yeah. So yeah, pretty much. You see, USPS should be subsidized more as a cheaper alternative. Yeah, I mean, I feel like though when I send packages, I save more by sending UPS than USPS.
Yeah,
I feel like USPS costs more. UPS is now using USPS to deliver once they get to town. Right, UPS delivers them to the post office. Yeah. That's what happens. Very sorry, earbuds died, and my phone is at 8%. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, got you.
All right, Shane.
But one thing I was going to get into before you wrap up here in a bit is because we do have Christmas next week, and this will be the last show before Christmas. I'll throw them on a charger for a little bit, but watch the computer for now. Okay, Shane. Since we have Christmas came up kind of quick compared to where it was.
Yeah, we got 4 weeks to go.
It was like all of a sudden, yeah. So next Wednesday is Christmas, so that'll be the day before our next live stream on here. But best Christmas beers of 2024. So as you guys are looking to maybe get some beers out there for Christmas, one of the beers listed here, and this is coming from mensjournal.com. So not my list, but just a list of stuff they actually put out there. St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. That might be a beer you want to try. If you've never had St. Bernardus Christmas Ale, I have had it in the past, and I can say it is definitely worth trying.
That's a good one.
Yeah, nice Belgian ale, Abbey style. So make sure to try to check that out. We also have, go back to my screen here. This is actually cool having another screen. I can actually look here, but I have the screen over here too. So next we have Deschutes out of Bend, Oregon, if you're familiar with them, and their Jubile Ale, another beer I've actually had. It's another good holiday beer.
I did a video on that a couple days ago. That's always a good one.
That's a good one. Nice winter warmer to actually sit back and enjoy. They also list one that you may not be as familiar with as the beer itself, but you probably know the brewery Allagash and their Ski House. So Ski House is one they've actually come up with that actually gets represented as being a nice one to come in, 7.5% ABV for that beer there. And there's a white ale. So wheat is what you want to think of with that one. But out of Maine, that might be one to give it a try. I don't know if you guys have had that one or not, but if not.
No, I get like their haunted house here around Halloween, which is good, but maybe I just haven't seen it or I haven't looked for it, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one as of yet. I don't know if you've seen it, Todd, as well, but that's one that they make mention of here. And they say it's like a mellow farmhouse ale. So if you like the Saison farmhouse ales, you might enjoy that one. Another one listed, Hardywood out of Virginia, their Kentucky Christmas Morning. Now, I've had their Christmas Morning one before, not the Kentucky one, and that was pretty solid, but the Kentucky Christmas Morning, 11.5% ABV. Hardywood is doing some great stuff on beer. If you happen to see it, definitely one you might want to check out. It's aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels, and they say it imparts notes of vanilla, coconut, and toasted oak, and cold filtered through coffee beans. So that one sounds to me to be a pretty tasty one. They got a picture of it here in an old stubby, like Coors stubby type bottle. So maybe want to check out if you happen to see Hardywood. Dogfish Head, limited release. They just came out with their Sage Against the Mercine. I see what they're doing there. I see what they're doing there with the Sage against the Mercino, Rage against the. I see what you're doing there. So yeah. So this is when they talk about. They say they say a perfect match for stuffing and mashed potatoes. This is one with a little bit of an herb type blend, and it is an IPA with white sage. So they're saying that could be a nice one to actually enjoy as well. We also have, now this is not one I've seen before, Didoli Still Not. I feel like that might be one from overseas. Still Not, NACHT. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it means silent night. Not sure what this brewery is out of. Oh, from Belgium. So 12% ABV, dark ale. Gets its strength from a 5-hour boil in addition of candied sugar. Result
5-hour boil, that's got to be thick.
Yeah. Result is a heady beer balanced by a helping of American hops, rich with berry and apricot, depending on where you're at in the country.
Yeah.
Enters over an amount of caramel and toffee malts. That sounds pretty good. The dole's still not, maybe not, but it's supposed to mean silent night. Anyway, Avery Old Jubilation is the next one on the list.
Yeah.
If you've had that, you already know Old Jubilation, a nice one to have, 8.3% ABV. Strong ale brewed with black chocolate, Munich, and honey malts. And I can tell you that one does deliver because I've had that one in the past as well. Then, of course, we have Mad Elf on the list. Everybody knows Mad Elf. Mad Elf.
Yep.
Yeah. You get the cherry and stuff like that coming in at 11% ABV. So that is one you can usually find. Great Lakes Christmas Ale, which we've actually both had tonight. Dave's had the Christmas Ale. I've had the barrel-aged Christmas Ale. Definitely one you want to pick up and look at grabbing the 7.5 on the regular, the 10% on the barrel-aged. Yeah. You want to look for it this weekend, you said, or?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely worth trying. Delirium and their Christmas ale. Delirium's always solid. So
yeah,
and they got their Christmas ale. That's another one you might want to try as you head into the holidays. Here's one you may have not, maybe you didn't try or think about trying. Sam Adams and their Winter Lager. That is out now. I've seen this one out there. That's actually one that's listed as being a nice one to give a try to as well. I don't know if I haven't had that. Have you either of you had the Winter Lager from Sam Adams?
No.
Okay.
Wait, is that coming is that the one that just comes in like the case that you get like Sam's Club or something?
I mean, you can get a 6-pack. I've seen them in a 6-pack.
Oh, you can?
Depending where you at.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is actually orange peel, cinnamon, ginger, and pretty much they say drink it like gold label. Yeah.
Because her brother loves that beer, so he gets it all the time.
So that's a good one. That's actually noted. Southern Tier, 2 Xmas, the 2 times Christmas. That's actually one I've had before. Yeah, that's a nice one. 8% ABV from Southern Tier. We all know Bell's and their Christmas Ale. That's another one you might want to check out as well. Pretty solid, 7.5%. Bell's, Larry Bell and his crew always doing some pretty good stuff there. Goose Island, Bourbon County Stout. We talked about it earlier in the thing, but that's listed here because that is out there. Black Friday, they bring them out, and you can get those in pretty much decent places. This year came in at 14.7 on the base version. I know here, like I said earlier, Kroger, we have them in our local grocery market. Dave mentioned how they have them in their stores there. I know, Todd, you were talking about you don't see them maybe as much or whatever, but it just depends where you're at, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, here locally with Indiana side, I haven't seen them since the release, but
yeah,
I don't think they get as much around here either. So I'm kind of in a bad beer environment.
Well, the one thing with Goose Island is the way they roll these out now. You have to sell other Goose Island to be able to get the bourbon kind of right. So if you're in an area not producing, you're probably not going to see it down there. But
so a friend of mine used to own the liquor store 2 years ago, and he sold it. He said the exact same thing. It's like it depends on what your sales are through the year,
right?
How much you get, for the Bourbon County.
But if you're marking it down in its main market here where they brew it, if you're marking it down less than a month after it comes out, you need to relax that and expand the distribution, because if I could get it for $1 or $2 off, you might be able to sell it at full price at a place you can't get it. Let more people get it.
Right.
Dave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one because it is, some people like to drink, but they can't drink or they won't drink or whatever it may be. You have to start to wonder, or consider the non-alcohol market. And Sierra Nevada, what's my spot here? They actually came out with their Hop Splash Citrus, and that is a 0 alcohol alternative. And that is one that's being labeled as a nice one to actually check out as well. So if that's something you want to do something to kind of moderate and not get into it as much, definitely might be one you want to check out for sure. And speaking of which, I didn't mention earlier, just a reminder that I am a Go Brewing ambassador. So make sure to check out my Linktree link in the description. And if you use code RajJ BeerVentures, you get 15% off of every order. And it's a nice NA option that you have as well. So make sure you go to the Linktree and check that out. And thank you for all of you that have been, thank you for all of you that have been checking it out, because I see some of the stuff coming in and you guys are giving it a try, and I appreciate that.
You want to know what an idiot I am? Because I am an ambassador as well.
Oh, now I feel this long because I am not.
Yeah.
So,
No. So we get codes for a discount. Who's the fucking jagoff here that orders stuff this week and forgets to use his own code?
You didn't use a discount? Oh.
No. I got a case today.
Oops.
And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I didn't even get the discount because dumbass me forgets to put it in.
You know our discounts twice that, right?
I know now.
We'll have to talk.
Wait, how many include on this? How many?
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm just
no. Well, you're supporting the cause, but
yeah.
And to mention, not just for the Go Brewing stuff, but if you do check out the Linktree, I do have other non-alcoholic options that are available for those that might be non-alcoholic, or you have people coming to your holiday gala that might be non-alcoholic, where I am an affiliate for various spirits and wine companies as well, and a few other things. In fact, I will be doing an upcoming thing about ration ale, because they'll be sending me some stuff here as well to share. But check out the Linktree for all kinds of different discounts and stuff you can actually get out there.
Are we going to talk after we?
Yeah, we can talk after. Oh yeah,
all right. I got something for you when we're done. Okay.
Another one to check out, and this is from Todd State as well, and one that I've actually enjoyed many times. Alpha Claws, 3 Floyds.
Oh, yes.
Another great one. And Dave, you may have had that too, because you get that up there. I know.
I have the video. I think I'm going to put out tomorrow on that. Let me look at my video file. I think I have Alpha Claws. Yeah, I'm going to put that one out tomorrow.
Okay, excellent. So make sure to check out Dave for Beer Front. It's a nice American IPA. Some great flavors with that one as well. And then we also have a classic. If you're not familiar with it, you want to give it a try. Iyengar and their Celebrator. Another nice one to actually check out too. So
I mean, Iyengar can't go wrong anyway. So
yeah. And then the last one, which I have not checked out myself, and I need to pick it up before it's gone, because I've always been saying that. Samuel Adams and their old Fizzlewick Ale. I've never had it. I've been meaning to pick it up. I need to do it probably this weekend before it's gone. Because now you can get a 6-pack. It was always in a variety pack, right?
Well, yeah,
you get 3 things. And it's like, I didn't want the Sam Adams. I've had Sam Adams numerous times. I've had the other stuff. But now you can buy it by itself.
I bought the pack many times at like Sam's Club, and that's the only time you can get it. Yes. But
yeah.
Like, oh, sweet. Now you can buy it.
Yeah, because like you would look at it and it's like, I don't want the cherry wheat. I'm never going to drink 6 of the cherry wheat.
Exactly.
So you just don't buy it. Yeah.
I see cherry wheat. Like, I don't need any cough syrup. I've got cough syrup.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Those shit that you got to put in there just because.
Yeah, like I'll deal with the Boston Lager. I mean, I'm good with.
But it's still the
Yeah.
fact that you have to have that in there.
Yeah.
Also,
There's always that like one like redheaded stepchild that it's like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to drink 6 of those. No, forget it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my goal was to get some old Fezzelwig so I can actually try that there. But yeah, those are some beers you can next check out next week. Way it's looking right now, probably going to do it next Friday night. I think I will be giving you my own list of the best beers I've had for 2024. People can join in. Todd, Dave, you're invited to that as well. Shane, I was here. All the other people. Maybe get some people rotated through and talk about some of the best beers you've had there. So yeah, so put your list together of some of the best beers you've had, and we'll actually look to talk about that. Emerson says, when I think of NA beer, I also think of Tooth Fairy. You see, those are 2 things I should never ponder as a fucking adult. If I had my way, I get shit face on 9.9, beat the Tooth Fairy. NA beers can be good, though. They can actually be good. I shared an Alpha Claus as well. Alpha Claus is a good beer. Alpha Claus used to be one of the ones they put in the bombers back in the day, too. That would get you definitely juiced up, too. I remember having it in the bombers back then.
3 Floyds did a lot of bombers back then.
Yeah. And then Shane said he should be good for next Friday. Yeah. So next Friday, the way it's looking right now, I'll get it set up here, but I'm thinking of doing a best beers of 2024. You can have people come in, stop by, talk about the beers they've actually had. I would just say, people up, prepare your list of what you want to talk about, because I'll pull stuff up probably on Untappd and that kind of stuff to take a look at. And should be kind of fun. So we'll have the regular live stream next Thursday, but this will be something as a bonus type play as well. But yeah, going back to the poll, I think I can pretty much close it at this point. Charlie Brown Christmas, 40%. 40% for Charlie Brown Christmas. 30% for 30%.
What's your real feeling, Dave? How do you feel about that?
Dave's not having it. For those of you listening to the podcast, if you can see right now, Dave's not having it about the Charlie Brown Christmas. He's a little bothered by it. So
put that clip right.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Charlie Brown.
Bullshit.
Second, we have Grinch That Stole Christmas at 30%. And then we have in tie, again, third place, Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Reindeer, both at 15%.
See, those are my lower two also, I think.
Fucking Rudolph is my number one.
Rudolph had the Heat Miser. How can you have Heat Miser down at the bottom like that? Like, it's Heat Miser. Mr. Heat Miser. Like, everybody do the dance and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And yeah.
Do the dance right. I like to do mine.
Even that Charlie Brown Christmas song sucks.
Mr. Heat Miser.
I mean, that is a tough list.
Shane is like, right, Dave? This is like Cuber was chosen the best video game ever.
Yeah.
Hashtag Chuck Rain says Emerson.
Yeah.
Chuck, he finally got to kick that football.
Yeah.
Right.
So we didn't pull it out on, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, the votes are in, and Charlie Brown, you're a winner. People have spoken. Yeah, you have won. So I'm going to end that poll there, and we'll classify Charlie Brown as the winner. Winner. Chuck for dinner. Yeah. I have to back everything Dave is saying right now because he's correct.
Shame.
Yeah. But yeah, so next week, Thursday night, we will be live again. I mean, as long as everybody's good to go for Thursday after Christmas, because Christmas is Wednesday. So I'll be here Thursday. And if people want to, Todd, if you're free and everything. Mal was out tonight because Mal was actually under some illnesses and stuff right now. And we'll see if she's ready to go next week or two.
I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm on vacation next week, so I'm good.
Nobody asked for y'all to be bragging. Just be like, just a simple. I can be there would have been fine. I don't need you bragging because I got to go back to work the next day. So I don't need you guys talking about how you're off the day after. So,
sorry about your luck, Rod. Sorry about your luck.
So we do that.
A Rod J deal for once.
So we can do that Thursday, and then Friday we can do like the best, because I like to wait to the closest point, most likely for 2024 or the end of the year, to do a show like that, because I could have a beer on the 30th, and it might be one of the better beers. So we'll see what happens. But next Friday we'll probably look to do that, and then I think that's pretty much it on everything there. Some of us work the holidays, LOL, right, Shane? Yeah. Some do work the holidays. So Charlie Brown, solid wins. We have some Charlie Brown fans in the house. So yeah. So thanks for everybody who participated on that poll. And what are we at? 11:05. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up here. And then, if you're listening back on this on the replay or the podcast, drop me a comment below, some of your favorite Christmas type things, or do you agree that Charlie Brown is the best cartoon of the 4 that we had listed, or
I'll comment.
Anything like that?
Yeah.
if you're listening to the playback, we had Charlie Brown, we had Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we had Frosty the Snowman, and then we had, what was the other one? It was I can't see it now. It was Frosty, Rudolph,
and Grinch.
The Grinch that stole Christmas. So of those 4, what's your favorite there as well? Feel free to drop a note below or let us know some of the other stuff. But this was the holiday episode, and hopefully everybody is set to have a nice Christmas. We'll go ahead and get signed off here. Everything is great. We look forward. It's great to be back. Thank you for all that tuned in tonight to have fun with us, and looking forward to having more of this stuff. Great stuff already being set up for January on the show here as well for some of the guests that are already planning to come in. So stay tuned for all of that. And I guess that being said, we will catch up with you all next week.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. Make sure to check out Dave on Beer in Front. Check out Todd on What's Your Beer. And anything else?
At some point.
At some point. If you haven't checked out Todd on What's Your Beer, great time to catch up. Great time to catch up.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do it. I'm going to revamp because she's done. So it's all me. If you want to see me, then come check it out.
I think I relit his fire there. Great time. I will appreciate that. And then Emerson says, cheers, gang. Have a great holiday. Much love to the chat as well. Yes, definitely. You too, my friend. And instead of Christmas music, we only play Simon and Garfunkel songs in our house. I am rock.
That doesn't surprise me, JT. That doesn't surprise me.
That sounds like a bridge over troubled waters. I'm just saying. But anyway, that being said, in the words of one of my other friends, I digress. We're going to go ahead and sign off. And cheers, everyone. Have a great holiday week and Christmas and all the other stuff, Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and
Hanukkah, whatever. Yeah.
Festivus for the rest of us and all the other stuff. And we will catch you all next week. Cheers, everybody.